Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Citywide Field, home of the London Beefeaters in their 50th season. We are here on a beautiful autumnly night in August, taking on the St. Clair Saints. Ron, St. Clair last year won the whole kit and caboodle. They were the CJFL champions for the entire country, as well as the OFC, obviously. And they look like they want to repeat.
Well, they're still number one ranked in the country right now. And these London Beefeaters, who started the season at number 8 in the rankings, have climbed all the way up to number 4. So this is a 1v4 in the province of Ontario. This is a big one. It really don't get any bigger than this. It's London and Windsor. We've said this on many, many broadcasts. You could take two elderly people, say 80 years old, playing bridge, put one from London, one from Windsor, and there's going to be hard feelings by the end of the night.
That's true, and just about at all levels of football that I've seen, that my kids have played, that you've coached, it's the same way. You get your number one game, your A game coming when you're playing against a team from Windsor, and I don't think tonight is going to be any different. I think the Beefeaters are jacked. I think they're pumped. I think it's going to be a bit of a learning curve for them. I think they're going to find out where they rank, really.
Yeah, you're gonna find out a lot about yourselves. Let's get the elephant out of the room. St. Clair has given up 1 point this season. That's one, not one touchdown, 1 point. It was a rouge against the very first game against the Quinte Skyhawks, and that is the only points that they've given up all year.
That makes it a tall order then.
It's a very, very tall order. The Beefeaters have not scored a lot of points this year. They did kind of correct the ship in GTA 2 weeks ago. Let's see if they can keep that offensive momentum going against a very stout, very physical St. Clair team.
Obviously a very strong defense coming from St. Clair. The captains have been called to midfield. We're doing the coin flip. We will be underway with the national anthem in just a moment. Ron, what do the Beefeaters need to do in order to score more than a point?
Well, they need to establish the run, which is what their MO is. That's kind of the bread and butter of the Coach Schneider offense. They're going to run the power, and they have to establish the run. If they can get the run and get 4 or 5 yards of carry early in this game, that's going to open up the play-action passing. That's going to open up the screen game, which is what London wants to get to. If you can get that run game going early, this could be a real good game.
Well, let's hope that they do that. Clearly, it's going to be a tall order.
On the other side of the coin, St. Clair's offense is nothing to sleep on. Number 2, Doyle Marshall, MJ Doyle Marshall, is like a returning All-Canadian, and he's back in this game. And we're just going to pause for playing of our national anthem.
Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us commend. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And we're back. Thank you to Jen for a great national anthem. So you were talking about MJ Doyle being back.
Yeah, MJ.
What do the Beefeaters need to do to contain that?
Well, that kind of plays into what the strength of this Beefeaters team has been. It has been the linebacking core and the front 3 or 4 for the Beefeaters. There's a lot of speed and a lot of potential in that Beefeater defense. This is one of the best secondaries I've seen from the Beefeaters in a very, very long time. Kids like Amos Thomas. You've got Hepburn returning for his 4th year. There's a lot of playmakers on the Beefeaters defense. This is a very, very dynamic offense. Not something the Beefeaters have seen a lot of. A team that can run and pass the ball, and a very athletic, mobile quarterback.
Well, we're just getting ready for kickoff. We'll see. Hopefully, as St. Clair takes the field, hopefully the Beefeaters can figure that out. I mean, they had the bye, so they had a
Yeah.
little extra time to get ready for this game, which plays in their favor. You know, you went for I won't say an easy game, but an easier game in GTA a couple of weeks ago. Then you have the bye, so you've had 2 weeks of practice and film and all the other things that go into it to try and get ready for this game. Hopefully, that will pay off for them.
St. Clair has won the toss, elected to defer, and put that number 1 ranked defense in the country out here against the Beefeaters offense.
And we're just getting set here for kickoff.
They'll be kicking northward.
And it is quite breezy out here tonight, Chris. You know, it was only like 18, 19 degrees. It's probably going to drop into single digits by the end of tonight.
And that may play a bit of a part in this, particularly the wind. The wind out here is always a guessing game. And here we go with the opening kickoff. Putting it deep.
High kick this drop. This is a live ball. St. Clair recovers the kick.
Ball is
down there in a hurry, number 29, Mikhail Pegg, for the St. Clair Saints, and they're going to take the ball inside the 30-yard line. Not the way the Beefeaters wanted to start this game.
No, you know, and again, the wind's kind of blowing out of the north. It's kind of blowing out of the northwest, and that's what held that ball up. It was a high kick. He didn't get all of it. You can kind of see that on the replay there. The ball just kind of hung up and died, and then all of a sudden, here's the replay there that you can see the ball just kind of holds up, and then a great check-up bounce, and then you got the ball at the 31-yard line, first down for the Saints.
They're all the way in at the 26-yard line, first and 10 for St. Clair. And their big quarterback, Gannett, is back in the shotgun, hands it off.
There's Doyle.
There is Doyle, and he's inside the 5-yard line. That's a great first run for St. Clair.
So, again, it's just that inside zone run. You just, every hat on a hat. St. Clair does a really good job of picking everybody up. Doyle's sticks his foot in the ground, gets north-south, and you got a first and goal at about the 5-yard line.
And they had one gentleman from the Beefeaters overran the tackle inside to hold him to maybe 4 less yards, but still. First and goal inside the 5. And there's Doyle again. He's up the middle. And there's no signal. Oh, there's the signal.
Nope.
Touchdown by
short.
1.
He's short.
Is in. There is a flag on the play.
Okay. So that's why.
Flag on the far side.
Okay.
Offside.
So offside called against St. Clair. Somebody lined up offside. 5-yard penalty, and we're going to repeat the first down. So first and goal from about the 10. Beefeaters got to stop that inside run. Richardson was there, the linebacker coming across. But again, Doyle's he's
very smooth in his cuts.
Yeah, this kid's a really different running back. You know, the kid out of Ottawa, we were talking about him earlier. You know, in the year, Beefeaters will be going there in a few weeks, but this kid's a little bit different.
Yeah, he looks fairly big, he looks pretty strong, and he runs very smoothly. There's the inside handoff again. Beefeaters stacked that one up.
There you go.
That's a much better play by the Beefeaters defense. Big number 99, Devin Frey with the tackle.
Yeah, just that time they beat you. You beat the double team, and they got off there, and does a good job of stacking, getting off the block, and filling the gap, and nowhere for Doyle to run on that one.
Nope, that was right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, so it's going to be second and goal from the 10-yard line for St. Clair. Beefeaters got to be happy with that play.
Well, let's steal back some momentum here, and hopefully we can hold them to a field goal here early in this game.
And out of the back goes, he's back to pass. He's going deep into the far corner. And a very easy pitch and catch. Touchdown, number 85, Jaden Shallow.
Number 85, Jaden Shallow.
So just a simple comeback route, throwing it to a spot. And unfortunately, the Beefeater defense wasn't able to get there. Amos Thomas in the coverage gets a little bit of a push off at the end there.
I was just going to say that. There's a little bit of a push, but not enough to draw a flag.
So St. Clair strikes early in this game. 12:56 left to go the first quarter, up 6-0.
And their place kicker, Joe Newton-Grain, is in to try the point after attempt. And Snap is good. It's up, it's down, it's good.
It's out of the park. Short fence there in the.
It is a
the end
very
zone.
short fence there, isn't it?
Yeah. So not the start the Beefeaters wanted, giving up that kickoff
But also we
recovery.
have
So
our
that's.
whichever Beefeater
I'm
has
100% sure that they're going to correct that.
I'm sure there's going to be a little fireside chat on the sideline right now, just before we get to the next kickoff after that touchdown by the St. Clair Saints.
So again, going back to
We got kids.
you got to go back to your original thing. What do the Beefeaters have to do offensively? They have to establish the run. So that's the one thing that's the most important. St. Clair is going to be very, very difficult to run on. They're a very big, very athletic defensive front. And we saw how dynamic they are on offense early in this game. So
They didn't waste any time.
you don't want to get into a point per point. You got to slow this game down, shorten the amount of possessions for the Beefeaters. But we see early in this game why St. Clair is currently ranked number one.
Yep, absolutely.
Of course, there's a couple teams out west that might have something to say about that.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. The Hilltops come to mind.
The Hilltops are, I think, number 7 ranked right now. I know it's not Calgary. I want to say it was maybe it's Winnipeg's number 3.
Possibly.
Okanagan's number 2 right now.
Okay. And here we are with the kickoff. A much deeper kick. The wind must have died down a little bit, and he got a little more of it. And on the return, right up the middle, he's got some room.
Here.
He's got some room. One guy to beat. The kicker gets him out of bounds.
Now, that's how to correct a special team gaffe, is to come back with a big play. This is a great job, catching the ball in the air, not trying to do too much, attacking north-south, hitting the seam, and now you see JoJo up front trying to lay a block out there, but a good job by the kicker forcing him to the sideline, and Beasts are in business.
They are indeed. Inside the 30-yard line. Be 1st and 10 Beefeaters from about the 28-yard line. Make it the 29. Fonte out of the shotgun or the pistol. Little bobble on that, but pulls it down. Makes the pass, and it's intercepted. St. Clair with an interception. That looked like a missed route. He looked like he threw to a spot, and the runner kept going.
Yeah, that's one of those things that happens. A little bit of a high snap, pressure coming by the linebacker, number 7, Potter, I believe it was. Or, excuse me, that's Jalen Burton. And pressure was coming and just threw it to a spot.
Damari Joseph just happened to be there to take it.
Yep.
Well, this is better field position if St. Clair's going to have the ball in terms of the Beefeaters. However, St. Clair takes over 1st and 10. See if the Beefeaters can slow them down and force them to punt here.
Motion to 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary, 1 running back
Looking
in.
to throw it out.
Get that out. Get the other big playmaker involved there, number 8.
That's Cameron St. Kitts Park.
St. Kitts Park with the reception. Just a simple out pattern.
Yeah, Biggers was there for the tackle, but he did gain a couple of yards after the catch in spite of Biggers being right there.
Following over here.
So a gain of
down,
9.
Yeah, 2nd down and 1. And after this play, producer Stephanie, we're going to get the starting defense for the Beefeaters.
I suspect Doyle here. I mean, you only need a yard. Oh, yep, there it is. The inside handoff to the right side this time. Beefeaters there, but he only needed a yard.
There's where you see Doyle really, really is effective. You see how he bounced off that first tackle coming. If you hit this guy up top,
It's not going to work.
No, he's just going to spin off. He's got great balance. And again, producer Stephanie, if we can get the Beefeaters starting defense with the flag on the play. There's the defensive line, the 3-man front. We talked about the linebackers. Zach Hepburn's moved down to the linebacker. Clay Richards is being a real stud. Schneider's playing there. You got Tepperman, you got Amos Thomas, and you got Biggers. You got 3-4 really, really solid defensive backs.
And the linebacking core is very mobile.
Yes.
Which they're going to need to be with this running game from St. Clair.
It's penalty against the Beefeaters. 1st down for the Saints.
Another big gain. Reggie Averov in on the tackle. Looks like he's going to get 9 yards on the play.
6-yard line. Second and short.
So it's just that simple. It's that outside stretch zone play that they're doing, and they're just trying to get all the movement going to the one side, and you're looking for that cutback lane. This is really, really dangerous. If St. Clair can do this up and down, this could be a long day.
Second and not quite 2 yards. Fake the handoff. Ball
Tipped
is
at the
batted.
line.
Batted incomplete.
Yep.
Somebody got the big mid up there.
Big number 78 for the Beefeaters got his hands up. And that is Wes McFarland, the defensive end position. So now St. Clair's in a 3rd down and 2. It looks like they're leaving the offense out, Chris.
I would suspect they would do that. I mean, they haven't had too much trouble running the ball, and they're getting 8 yards a carry. They need 2.
Well, when everybody knows you're going to run,
Yeah, it's true enough.
It's easier to
Although
stop it.
they just did a play action on that last pass. And it was
Yep.
batted incomplete, but they could do the same thing here and maybe get a big play. But they're going to go with the bread and butter.
I'm not sure he got there.
I'm not sure he got there either.
This is really, really close. The Beefeaters all going, no. And all St. Clair is pointing to that, yeah, they got the first down. Boy, it's really, really close.
He was quick with that foot right in there to mark this spot. And the ball turns over.
Beefeaters
Good job by the Beefeaters
So if we can
defense
get
coming
that,
to that.
if we can get that one more time, yeah. So they shot the linebacker in. It was number.
That was Richardson.
Yeah,
Richard.
37. He doesn't make the play, but what he did is he took away that cutback lane and then bounced it right into the interior of the defensive line. Beefeaters defense holds.
The Beefeaters are right back in business inside the 40-yard line, about the 37. I believe they're going to mark it. 1st and 10 Beefeaters. See if they can do something a little more positive than the last trip to this.
Again, big pressure coming here for St. Clair. They like to bring their linebackers up and really start to stop the run. Well, there's a free 5 yards.
There it is. That's the
So
way.
why is that a free 5 yards? If the defense always has a chance of getting back, unless they pass the offensive line, okay? If you go beyond the offensive line, you
Or make contact.
or make contact. Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of what happened there. The defensive end trying to get a jump on that, came across and crossed that imaginary plane. So 1st down and 5.
Good run. Great run. Right up the middle. Number 28, Elijah Prosper. He's going to be awfully close to a 1st down.
There you go. There's that fullback pulling around through that hole with the guard. You got a good gain of about 5 on
They
that.
gave it to him. He got 5 yards on it. So 1st and 10 Beefeaters, they pick up the 1st down. Going to mark the ball just outside the 25.
3x2, 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary, 1 in the backfield for the Beefs.
And there's Prosper again. Oh, right up the middle. Runs into the arms of 93, Nick Carter.
Yeah. We're going to say big Nick Carter because that is a big boy.
He is a big man.
Playing that 3 tech.
Number 93, Owen McCracken.
We got Nick Carter down here.
We do have Nick Carter down here.
Got a Beefeater down.
So while we got the player down, producer Stephanie, if we can get the starting offense for your London Beefeaters. DJ Fonte, Elijah Prosper,
Website.
Prosper's having a good year so far.
Seth Raymer, the leading receiver for the Beefeaters.
Naheem Ferguson, Michael Downs.
Known as Owen McCracken.
Logan Hunt's also back into this game. That's good to see him. And again, it's great to see these offensive linemen. This is the second time through, third time through. These guys are starting to get some really good chemistry going
They
here.
get the continuity.
Yeah.
Of course, Beefeaters like to say
That's
we're
Connor Hall,
thank our
who's
sponsors,
the down Beefeater,
50th anniversary.
getting a little help to his feet,
Star London East and West.
and he's going to get a little
Hall of Fame game on September
help
20th.
off the field as seems like he's got an ankle or a knee injury there. He doesn't want to
Yeah.
put any weight on that foot.
Yeah, it looks like an ankle. I couldn't see what happened in the play there. So again, Fonte in at quarterback, Beefeaters in their blue jerseys, blue pants, silver helmets. St. Clair in their traditional all whites with the green logo and the yellow helmet. Second down and 10, 8:45. Saints are up 7-0, Chris.
And here come the Beefeaters to the line at 2nd and 10. Prosper in the back. 3 wide to the far side, 2 to this side. Fonte hauling out a couple instructions. Trying to get him to jump. Didn't work this time.
Yeah, but they showed the blitz. Fonte taking a shot down.
Almost a great acrobatic catch.
Fonte's pass.
That
Baby,
was Boyer.
he had him. He had him.
He was wide open, just a little outside of his reach.
Well,
got his hands on it.
And again, this is why you do that hard count. They kind of declared where their blitz was coming from. They were able to get everybody picked up on that. And, well, producer Stephanie, 36-yard field goal, win at your back. Could this be the moment? So the Beefeaters are lining up for a field goal. The ball is at the 26. Oh, it's outside the range. It is at the 33, 34-yard field goal.
And Braden Rivard is the place kicker. And the only thing he's really worried about is the wind. And he got it.
There you go. First points on the board for the Beefeaters. Rivard with the 33-yard field goal. 7-3. I'm assuming St. Clair is going to take the ball at the 35 here.
One would presume so, but, well, they've got to kick into the wind, so maybe not.
Receive a kickoff.
So there you go. With the wind at your back, because the wind is definitely coming out of the north
It
right
is.
now.
Yep.
So that's saying something.
Well, the Beefeaters, they got some points. It's a field goal, but they got some points. They're on the board.
It goes back to that big return.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That started the whole thing.
Yeah, so the big return got them in positive momentum. They turned the ball over in the next play, but then they stopped them. Then you got that big third down stop, which is what you needed from the Beefeaters defense. You need to prove that you can stop these guys when push comes to shove.
Right. And so it's 7-3 St. Clair with 7:54 to go in the first quarter. And back deep to receive this kickoff is number 10, Mendez, and number 8, St. Kitts Park, who is, you were talking earlier, is one of their big playmakers.
Very dynamic playmaker.
And Rivard's kick is away, and it's going to St. Kitts Park. Number 8 for the St. Clair Saints, and he's coming towards us, going to get the corner. He's got some blockers out front, makes the first guy miss.
Steps it down.
Then he's taken out of bounds.
St. Park on the return.
Number 31, Davian Wilson, finally brings him down over midfield. They're going to mark him right at midfield.
No, it should be back at the 51. That's where he stepped out, but they are marking it there. It was literally right in front of where I was standing.
Yep. However, they gave him the center field line, so 1st and 10 St. Clair.
So big returns by both teams. So
Yes,
that's something,
Yep.
Both
teams need to look at that and go, how do we limit that? Because you can't give them a short field, like half the field. Not consistently anyways. Back to pass. He's got his man. That's a 5-yard gain.
Just a simple little sit-down route.
Yep, that's St. Kitts Park's again.
Yeah, you're just sitting in the zone there. You just run into a spot, get 5 free yards, and line up, and we'll do it again.
Yep. And that is so difficult to defend.
It's
almost impossible. But
yeah, especially you're putting the overload over there. So you're 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary, which is basically how they're lining up now again. So you're forcing the linebacker that's used to playing run to play pass.
Yeah. And while some of them are very good at that, not all of them. Back to pass again. Beefeaters get a little pressure coming back inside to pick it up. Number 10, he makes a couple of guys miss on his way to the far side, and the Beefeaters finally force him out of bounds after a big gain for the St. Clair Saints.
So Mendez is the receiver. It's a glorified step-off screen. So what they're trying to do is get the movement back. He comes back, catches the ball, cuts it all the way across the grain. St. Clair's does a good job getting downfield, picking up some blocks.
They did, and all the Beefeaters were coming
towards
it, and then he just
cut
ran right by them.
You got to maintain your outside leverage on that. Cameraman Adam was up there probably shaking his head right now going outside. You got to keep your head on the outside hip.
1st and 10. Back to the run they go. And the Beefeaters finally haul him down around the 10-yard line.
On the carry, wrapped up by Wes Schneider.
Number 44, Schneider was in on the tackle.
And again, it's just that simple. It's just an outside zone play. You got great blocking downfield by the receivers, and you just picking the spots up. And again, a couple really good blocks at the point of attack to kick out on that lane. But
a runner of that caliber, if he picks up a couple of blocks at the point of attack, he's going to get some positive yards.
This is a massive offensive line for St. Clair as well.
1st and goal for St. Clair. From the 10, hand off to Doyle. And he fights his way up the middle. And did he get in? They're not signaling touch on it.
Got to about the 2 or 3 yard line.
Yeah, came close.
Doyle Marshall on the carry.
So this is just inside. Yeah, he stopped short about the 2.
After a gain of about 6.
So 2nd and goal from the 2 yard line. Ball's on the left hash mark going into the north end zone. Beefeaters need a big stop here.
That's a bit of a tall order, but it can be done, certainly.
I think you're going to see the linebackers fire on this one.
Little high snap.
There
they are.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, they don't let them in.
Fire the linebackers. You fill the gaps. You got 5 blockers instead of 6. And you fill the gaps. Hit them in the backfield. Throw them down for a loss of maybe a couple. And now you got 3rd down and goal from about the 3 or 4 yard line.
All the way back to inside the 4.
To the 4. And again, the offense is staying out.
But the offense is staying out. Richards came flying in there to make that tackle for the Beefeaters.
You know, if I'm St. Clair, I want to do some type of play action on this. Do the same type of thing. Show that inside run, and maybe get the quarterback pulling it off the edge.
And there you go. No play action. They're going straight to the pass.
Great coverage. Oh, they call pass
flag on the play. Deep in the end zone.
The pass was intended for St. Kitts Park. A little bit of hand fighting in the end zone. Let's see which way it goes.
Really, really close. Don't necessarily agree with the call. But it's in the end zone, so it's going to be a 1st down for the Saints on the 1 yard line. Just waiting for the confirmation from the white hat.
Can we see that one more time?
Pass interference is the call against the Beefeaters in the end zone. I put that on at the 1 yard line.
I see that they call pass interference, and it goes to the 1 yard line because it's in the end zone. I'm a proponent of if they're both doing it, let them play. I don't.
I thought he made a great play. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna say that I disagree with the call. Amos Thomas with the coverage on that, and he's a very good. He's a very good one. Flag on the play.
And the Beefeaters don't let him in. Stack him up. The jumbo package was in.
False start called against the Saints.
Well, that'll back him up to the 6.
Move him back again.
Call against the Saints.
So you got to get set.
Early on the right-hand side of the line.
So the right hand of the offensive line moved a little bit early on that.
5.
So now it's 1st and goal from the 6.
Which actually opens the playbook up a little bit more for them. They've got a little bit more room to maneuver.
It's a 15-yard end zone, you know.
I know, but still, that extra 5 now is 20 yards.
Yep.
They got a little more room. And they've been doing so well with the off tackle that.
Yeah, it definitely puts the passing back into play.
Right.
You're not going to throw it on the 1 yard line.
One wouldn't think so. And here comes St. Clair to the line. 1st and goal from the 6 yard line.
Fullback in for the Saints as well. Number 22 in the game.
And Doyle takes the carry. And the Beefeaters stack him up. He doesn't get in.
Doyle Marshall.
So
he gets
again,
back to the 1 yard line, but
back
he doesn't
to the
get
1 yard
in.
line. So there's your double pull. So that's the power that they're trying to run. And again, the Beefeaters do a good job. The linebackers coming up and filling. Snyder again up there. And I believe it was number 22. No, not number 22. It's hard to see some of the numbers. It might have been Richardson 37.
In all likelihood, it was.
Yeah.
He seems to be in on a lot of plays.
Yeah, he makes
seems
a
to make
play
his
or two.
presence felt.
So timeout called against the Saints.
St. Clair Saints. With that, we will thank our
So
sponsors.
3:02 left to go first quarter, Chris.
Mac Automation.
The Beefeaters are in this one.
Yeah,
7-3.
What seems to be a very, very important kind of defensive stand here.
I would think so. I mean, they've stuffed them a couple of times so far on the.
And Railway City Brewery.
And sorry, they were just saying my name. They've stuffed them a couple of times.
Yeah.
So they're stout enough to, even though they've got that big offensive line, it'll be interesting to see if they can do it because they've got basically 2 shots from the one. They're not afraid to go for it on third down.
Yeah.
So they got 2 shots from the 1 yard line. That's tough to defend.
Yeah, especially you've got to give a yard. So like
You're on the goal line.
You're on the goal line, and there's nowhere to go. Again, with it being right in the middle, I'm looking for some type of this center plunge because you're not going to be able to get the linebacker through that A gap because the ball is literally right in the middle of the field.
Right. Yep.
So that post is in the way. So I want to run some type of like I go under center and just kind of sneak it.
Well, out of the pistol again. He's throwing the ball, and there we are. Same play,
Thomas
same great
again.
coverage.
For St. Kitts Park. Broken up.
Schneider back there in coverage.
Third down and goal for the second time.
I think we've been here before. It's deja vu all over again.
The Beefeaters defense is definitely showing that they can play with this
Yep,
offense.
yep,
Which
they're
was one of
not-
the questions that we had in this
They're
game.
not backing down whatsoever. That was great coverage in the corner of the end zone. No flag this time. So here we go, 3rd and goal.
Again, I'm blitzing both my inside linebackers right now. I'm sending the house, selling out to stop this run.
And it's pass play again.
And it's just a simple
Easy
out.
pitch and catch. Nobody covered that guy out in the flat.
For the touchdown.
So again, you're sending the house, and it's too much distance for that linebacker to come over the top and cover that.
The pass is complete to Mendez, number 10, Marcelio Mendez. And there was nobody actually anywhere near him, which is unfortunate. But like you said, the linebacker to cover that is more used to watching for the run.
Yeah.
And then he has to react to the fact that the guy's out in the flat.
Yeah, Biggers was the closest defender up there, number 17 for the Beefeaters. But again, it's the toughest. I'm telling you, in the Canadian game, it's the toughest route to cover. When you have the long out, extra point is good, by the way.
By Newton Grain.
When you have that long out, okay, and from the number 3 receiver on the field side, it is like a 20-yard carry that the defender has to do. So if he's not over top of him right away,
He's open. He's wide open.
he's
It's pitch
open.
and catch at that point.
Yeah.
All right, so the Saints score another one. Beefeaters gave them a bit of a battle. They had to work for that.
Let's give the defense. The defense is holding up fairly well. They started the ball at midfield, so that's another short field.
Yep, that's two
Okay?
short
Two
fields.
short fields,
Yep.
to capitalize on both of them. When you have the ball down in your own end, the Beefeaters defense help.
And
We have not seen the punt team yet for St. Clair. So they're like, no, we're just going.
Yeah, it seems like anything inside 4 yards, they're going to go. Now, we haven't seen a third down longer than that yet. So
No, that's
who knows? That may
that's
change.
also true.
That may change. We'll see what happens.
Field position is always in a game like this. So at this point, everyone's kind of settled into the game. The energy of the London versus Windsor rivalry is kind of subsided. Now you're in the game, and now football is taking over football players.
So Joe Newton Grain, the kicker for St. Clair, is getting set to kick off to the Beefeaters. And they're playing a little bit shorter. The wind has picked up a little bit. And here's
They're offside.
the kick.
Yeah, it's called.
There's the flag. So the Beefeaters have a free play here.
Well, you're going to take the penalty at the end of the run there.
Yep.
So it was off, or you can get them, or you can get it to, or you can get them to
Back.
re-kick it
Move.
5 yards.
Right.
So, but it was clearly it was I think it was number 54 that was on the far side. He went early. He was trying to time that up. You can see him right there. He's like
He's
the
well
third
ahead of
guy,
everybody.
fourth guy
Yep.
from the end of the line there. He's definitely there.
And are we shocked that he was in on the tackle then?
No, absolutely not. So they're going to take the 5 yards.
No surprise there.
First down for the B7 35-yard line.
So the take the 5 yards, move the ball up to about the 35-yard line. And it'll be first down Beefeaters. We'll see if they can move the ball. They did well on their last carry. You know, the only thing that happened was the incomplete pass, which hit the guy in the hands, but it was a little outside his reach. He made a great play to try and get it. So they know they can move the ball. Prosper in the backfield. Quick fly outside. Quick fly outside. How about a screen outside?
Just a simple step-off screen, tackled by number 26 for St. Clair. That's Joseph, the defensive back. Just a simple, you catch the ball, got about 3 or 4 yards on it.
Which is good coverage then.
Gain of about 3
by St. Clair to hold that to 3.
Yeah,
because if he doesn't make that tackle, it's a much bigger play.
Exactly. And this is the underrated thing about St. Clair. Their defensive backs, I'm really noticing it. They're not afraid to stick their foot in the ground and come upfield.
2nd and 7, Beefeaters. Fonte set to take the snap.
Bringing extra pressure.
Gets his man.
There you go.
That's a great pass on the inside route there. Number 80, Gabe Van Moorsel, hauls it in, and that moves the sticks for the Beefeaters.
So that is just a simple, like an outside post. Well, that's all you're running. You're running at that 6 yards and then cutting back inside. He has to play over the top, and you get that inside release, that clean inside release, and that's what happens. Easy completion for DJ. Good job moving the sticks.
1st and 10, Beefeaters from the 47. Back to Prosper on the ground. Going to pick up about 3 on the play.
A little bit more than that. I think they're going to give him the 51-yard line, which is going to be about a gain of almost 5 on that. No, they're giving it.
There's a late flag.
So somebody's saying casualties in the huddles there.
Well, we heard the PA announcer telling everybody to keep their cool. Apparently, the players didn't necessarily hear that.
See, and this is what I was saying. Okay, the emotion of the game is kind of going over, yada, yada, yada.
Yep.
You've got to maintain composure, and I know I've said this a million times on broadcast. It's so hard to do at this. Like, these are 22 and 18 to 22-year-olds playing football. It's an emotional game.
It's an emotional game. The testosterone is running rampant at this age group. Having had 2 boys, I get it.
Yep. Having had
we
2
won't
boys,
talk about my own being 18 to 22. That doesn't matter at this point. Anyways, objectionable conduct is the call.
I still
move
have
the ball
the
up 10 yards.
22-year-old who thinks he can still play.
There you go. Yes. Mine went into coaching instead. And they're going to do
pull.
play action, but
Pressure
he's under pressure. He gets the ball away.
Okay, that's such a smart play.
Outside the tackle box, throws it away, past the line of scrimmage,
So
all the things he needed to do.
Not only that, he's rolling to his left, okay, as a right-handed quarterback. That's so hard to do. But again, understanding no one's open, just get the ball beyond the line of scrimmage, and we're good on that. So the Beefeaters with the ball at the 45-yard line of St. Clair, 2nd down and 10. Ball is on the right hash closest to us. Beefeaters break the huddle. 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary, 1 in the backfield.
1 in the backfield. Prosper again in the backfield. Everybody goes in motion.
Watch that mesh route.
There it is again, over the middle, and he's got some room.
So when
Great pass and catch by number 86, Martin
when you
Boyer.
blitz the linebackers to stop the run, which is what you need to do against the Beefeaters, look at the hole that opens up to the next level. When there isn't a next level there, you've got room to run.
And Boyer made the most of that as they move the sticks again all the way inside the 30-yard line. And they're going to reset the ball back just a hair.
Well, that's the wind blowing. That's the wind blowing. It's gusting. The howls of Masonville are blowing tonight.
Masonville? That's a long ways away from here.
That's a big wind right now.
It must be. Back to the pass again. And it's complete again, and he breaks a couple of tackles.
There you go.
Look at him fight for extra
there you
yards.
Go.
Fighting his way down the field.
Great way to end the first quarter. It's just it's just that simple out route, and then you break a tackle, and then you let your athletes make a play. It's 14-3 right now for the St. Clair Saints. But they're in a game. They're in a ball game. Both these teams are very, very good. London's got a great drive going here. Let's see if they can finish this drive.
And to be fair, London has scored 3 times the number of points that St. Clair has allowed all
That
year.
is true. You are giving up the 1 point all year. Rivard with that field goal, that's, he's the leading scorer against the St. Clair Saints right now.
There you go. There
See,
you go.
there you go.
Rivard.
Producer Stephanie, kickers are people too.
Don't forget to get your 50-50.
There you go.
We're not.
You wanted the
There it
graphic,
is.
Chris. There it is. There's the ugly mug.
You can go over to the merch booth and pick
Thanks
up
so
our
much
virtual
for that.
race fundraiser.
Yeah, come for the voice, stay for the eyes.
Oh, that's it. I got to have my picture taken now.
Yeah. You got to come up with your own.
Oh, don't you
catchphrase.
worry. I'll come up with something. Don't you worry.
And car rentals, hotel stays.
So at the end of one,
all kinds of
14-3 St. Clair.
thousands of different
Beefeaters deep dropped a ball that would have either put them first and goal inside the 5, so possibly a touchdown, if he didn't break a tackle and make the touchdown himself. Here we go. Start a second. Beefeaters again deep in St. Clair's territory.
And again, they're trying to get the linebackers to commit, so that tells you basically there's no blitz on this play.
Baseball. The ball's about the 13-yard line. Back to pass. Fonte complete again to about the 6.
Monty,
Look at it. This is just it's very simple.
Gets it out
Step
to
off,
Antoine Boyer.
get the ball, catch the ball, set your feet, deliver the ball, let your athlete make a play. You can't. It's impossible unless you jump that route really, really early.
And that's
These are
Boyer on the
uncoverable.
reception again.
Yeah.
Pick up a 5 on a play. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 from the 6-yard line.
And he had a great camp. I've been waiting for this guy to kind of really explode on the scene.
Fonte hands it off. There's Prosper. He's cutting it up, and he's in
Touchdown!
the score. Touchdown, Beefeaters.
I want to call something out here. We're going to get the replay here in a second. Watch the block coming from the outside receiver. Okay? So that was the number 4 man on the wide side of the field. This is how you can run power with different variations. You've got the outside guy coming all the way down and making a huge lead block through. He clears it up. Prosper just follows it on the power.
Yep.
And the Beefeaters are back in business.
Point after attempt from Rivard to come. Up and good. So Rivard tightens the score a little bit. 14-10 Saints over Beefs just inside the beginning of the second quarter.
Well, and this is kind of what I was the point I was trying to make. The offense has kind of settled down nicely. They've got a couple things that are working. I expect some adjustments from St. Clair, but the defense is holding their own, which St. Clair's offense has run roughshod over everybody. They beat very good Ottawa.
1 point in 3 games. Yes, they
You
have.
got to remember, they went up into Ottawa a couple weeks ago and won 77-0.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So you think about that, and
So A, the offense is rolling like crazy, and B, so's the defense,
yes.
not allowing anything other than a single point.
And it's not just the offense scoring. They've been scoring on special teams. They're scoring on defense. They're scoring on offense. All 3 phases of the game, St. Clair's been cashing in. Beefeaters are one of their calling cards is they're so well coached on special teams. And the big special team play that we saw in that first half that kind of changed the momentum and gave a little bit of life back into these Beefeaters.
And there's the kickoff from Rivard. That'll be one of their big receivers,
10.
Marcelio Mendez, on the return. He's got some room up the far side.
Boy, these boys are fast.
They are very quick.
These guys are really, really fast. Watch him catch the ball. Very, very decisive where he wants to go. And again, just able to turn the corner. Great blocking, but steps out of bounds way early.
Yeah, he could have had another 8-10 yards there had he stayed in bounds. However, steps out of bounds at the 38. Be 1st and 10 St. Clair. We'll see what the Beefeaters can do here.
I want to see them go back to that run game. They're having a lot of success with that outside zone, kind of the variations with the double pullers, or just everybody kind of shifting down. I'd like to see them come back to that if I'm St. Clair.
Well, Doyle Marshall in the backfield. 3 wide to this side.
Jet sweep.
Jet sweep. There's
Holding.
a hold that's going to come back.
Again, good. This is
Good pursuit.
when you've got a lot of speed on your team. One of the ways of attacking the defense is with the jet. So you see a hold at the point of attack, and that's definitely going to come back 10 yards. They're going to accept that one. And I think, unfortunately, there's a Beefeater down.
There is a Beefeater down.
I think he just kind of pulled up a little bit lame on that.
Yeah, he's fine. He's up and jumping off on his own power. That's Vanalukawiki. Say that 3 times fast.
Van Lukawiki.
Yeah,
Just going to try it once.
Yeah, that's it. We're good. He's running off under his own power. He's fine. But he does have to sit off for 3 plays.
Yeah, so it was the right tackle, number 68, I believe it was, that got him on the grab. And that's, like I said, that's a big boy over there on the right side.
You know who was out there on the by the sideline? McFarland, the big boy from the middle.
Yeah.
All the way out on the far side. Back to the
Step
pass
off
they
screen,
go.
pitch back.
And he's got some room.
This is a great play design. So it's a step off screen. It's the old hook and ladder. You know, this score brings me that play brings me nightmares going back to the Chargers and the Dolphins from many years ago. To this day,
is that the 48-44 game?
To this day, the greatest football game I ever saw.
It was a good one. It was indeed. And I'm, old enough I watched it.
I watched it live too on a little 12-inch black and white TV.
So first down, Fadia with the tackle there for the Beefeaters. However, he picked up 20 yards on the play. It's 1st and 10, about the 48-yard line. Back to pass. Looking over the middle, he's got his man deflected and intercepted by the Beefeaters. Number 23, Josiah Teberman-Okito hauls it in.
Making plays.
On the deflection.
Does a great job of tip play. Look at defenses practice this tip drill all the time. You see the linebacker flashing across, getting his hands up. I'm trying to see the number, who it was. I think it was like number 32.
34. I thought it was 34.
Yeah,
Albano.
It might have been Albano, but
it's hard to see, even on the replay.
Yeah, but again, just a really good job. And hey, look, the Beefeaters not got their turnover.
Yes.
Let's see if they can cash in on that.
See if they can do the same thing, march it down the field. They've got good field position inside the St. Clair 50.
I can feel the confidence in the Beefeaters growing.
Yeah, I imagine they came into this game a little not sure.
Just as I say that, the defensive line swallows the offensive line.
Prosper on the run.
Yeah, fair enough. Prosper, the ball carrier, gets nothing on the play.
Got a Beefeater down.
And we have a Beefeater on the field.
Don't forget you can always
Holding
pick up
his knee,
Beefeaters on the
which is
social.
never a good sign.
No.
Trainers are out there quickly, though.
Producer Stephanie, if we could get the schedule coming up here for our London Beefeaters. We talked about that GTA game. It was a 58-0 game. That game started out really funny. Where it was a quick 3-and-out for the Beefeaters, and GTA was knocking on the doorstep. Beefeater stopped it, went down again, and it was just the momentum in that game was really kind of funny. Then all of a sudden things started clicking for the Beefeaters, and again you see the 16-9, 19-6, and next week big long road trip up to the Sioux to play the Cougars.
And nobody likes to do that trip. Fonte back to pass, got his man, great diving catch, hauls it in.
Look at
Called it
this is
complete.
just understanding where the yardsticks are. He's becoming this. I thought this guy in the spring camp was really one of the standouts for me. He really he makes a great cut. He's got good hands, and it was just one of those kids. Like when we're out here, I'm going, who's that? You're always waiting for that next guy to kind of pop. He really popped at spring camp. It's good to see him getting the ball.
Picked up 9 on the play, so it's 3rd and short. Or that'd be 2nd down. They swallowed up the first run, so it is 3rd down. It's third and 1.
3rd down and 1. So it's a 3rd down and a short one. Man, it's got to be a Hank call here.
High snap, give it to Prosper.
He didn't get there.
He did not get there. And I think that you blame that one on the high snap. By the time he hauls that down, they're across the line.
Yeah, they were across right away,
Yep.
The defensive end. Now, if you've got a pull, I don't recommend it in short yardage, but if the quarterback pulls that, he gets around the corner, there's no one there.
There's nobody there. No.
doesn't get.
However,
the
that all happens way too fast.
St. Clair.
You got to be thinking very quickly to go.
When you realize it's third down and like one, I think I would have changed my formation. I think would have changed my personnel and gone to that big, the big boy,
jumbo
the
package,
Rhino
yeah.
package,
Yep.
and but Balthazar in at quarterback and let him just run the QB sneak.
Right. Yep.
You can also order it.
So it's interesting. You were talking about Raymer is the leading receiver for
Yeah.
the Beefeaters. They haven't thrown to him once today.
well,
Everything's been
he's
out
covered.
to 86 Voyer.
Yeah.
So
Big hit in the backfield by the Beefeaters. They're trying that jet sweep
there it is.
There is number 44 for the Beefeaters. Again, Wes Schneider from the linebacker position. Look at him flying up and making that play.
Loses a couple.
And there's also Richards in it as well.
Yeah,
So the two of
I
them.
was going to say Richardson
What a surprise.
as well.
So big stop.
Makes it much more difficult for St. Clair's because
So,
it's second and much longer
St.
now.
St. Clair is one of their starting linemen being asked to leave the field.
Ocasio Raposo banged up on the play for the Saints.
So 3 plays for your right tackle.
2nd and 15.
Loss of
Excuse me, the left tackle. My apologies.
lock of almost 5 yards on that play. 2nd and 15. Do you send Doyle out of the backfield here? Looking out to the far side. Tries a little spin move. Doesn't work. Beefeaters
Yeah.
converge.
Good job. You're rallying
Great
to the
coverage
ball.
and rallying to the ball.
So you don't mind giving up the 5 or 7 yards on that. You don't want to give up the deep shot. So you're playing deep coverage. But when the ball's in the air, they stick their foot in the ground and they go downfield. And we're going to see our first punt of the day.
Ooh, is right. First punt. They do have a punter on the roster, do they?
They do. It's number 8. And it's now he's also
a wide receiver.
He's also a pretty good wide receiver.
Yes,
so
he is.
With him being back there, be careful of the fake.
Yep. Oh, punt is away. Fumble on the receiving end by number 2.
It's Fonte.
That's the other Fonte, Nick Fonte.
And a late flag
Late
as well.
flag. Yep. Lots of things happening on that punt. And slow to get up for St. Clair is number 19, Kenyon Aird. He's moving off the field okay. A little hitch in his giddy up there. We'll see what the flag is. I assume another objectionable conduct. I didn't see a hold or a push in the back or anything like that. However, just because I didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
I think I heard white. It's against
I did
White.
hear that, yeah. Yep.
Got a clip against the Saints.
So that's
Unnecessary roughness is a call.
so it's unnecessary roughness against the against St. Clair.
That's
They're going to
15
take the
on.
penalty. You're going to take it at the end of the
From the end of the run, which makes up for the little bobble and the.
So the Beefeaters are going
short
to have the
return.
ball just over the
33, so
50-yard
the
line,
48-yard line. First
or
down,
short of it if
Beefeaters.
my math is bad, which it is.
I was going to say, I don't think they make the 50 on that, but okay.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
sure, absolutely.
Head round, 4
I
yards.
work a full-time job. I came from work to here, fell asleep in the chair behind me for 15 minutes.
Me too, except I went home and got some long pants on because I wore shorts to work. Pass over the middle. Oh, and he had him.
was
He would have got some more yards
That
on
was
that.
Ferguson on the as the
On
intended
the crossing
receiver.
route,
And
right
again,
over the
just
middle.
See what I mean about that mesh route with the 2 linebackers staying at home. They're kind of you got to track them, and you got to decide which guy you're tracking with. By the time you recognize it, Ferguson was in the open.
Yep, and he hit him.
Could have been a big run.
2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass to Ferguson. Got 2 wide this side, 3 to the far side. Play action on the rollout. Fonte's looking down the field. The ball is away. There's nobody home.
The good coverage downfield there by the Saints.
Grass, 3rd down.
Yeah, just they're trying that sit down route and just nobody
Nothing
there.
there. Yeah. Well covered by the Saints. Fonte throws it away very wisely.
And we're going to see our second punt of the day.
There you go. Holy moly. Punts flying all over the place.
14-10.
Good game. 14-10. Nice, solid game. 9:22 to play in the first half.
Saint-
Rivard back to punt for the Beefeaters. And we'll see what he could do into this wind. It's a north wind, as we were talking earlier, so he's punting into it.
Two very dangerous returners back there as well.
Yep, number 12, Kenyani Elliott, and number 10, Mendez, who's also their punter.
No, 8 was their punter.
It was the punter. Sorry, my bad.
Short punt, picked up, had him, escapes. Again, it's just so many different guys are able just to get that, show that speed. This is what separates these St. Clair from a lot of these other teams. They have so much speed at the skill positions. When you think you can stop one, they just roll another guy out there.
Yeah, and Vasuva finally brings him down.
But again, good coverage down there.
Yeah, it was very good
by the
coverage. He
Beefeaters.
broke a couple of tackles, and then Vasuva brings him down. And he's at the 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 St. Clair from their own 30. So good coverage by the Beefeaters.
St. Clair, after the hot start, the Beefeaters defense has really settled down.
Out
Jet
of the pistol,
motion.
back to pass. He's got his man over the middle. Breaks 2 tackles and then finally hauled down.
Well, see, that's you're looking for the kill shot on that rather than try to wrap him up. He beat him right there. You got to wrap up. You're dropping your head. You're looking for the hit. Something to talk about.
Big gain all the way up to the 53-yard line.
We just talked about how they've got speed at a lot of different positions.
Yeah, they showed it right there.
Right there.
1st and 10 St. Clair. Fake the jet sweep. And then back to Doyle. And he picks up a solid 7 yards on that play.
Yeah, McFarland coming over from the defensive end position was the one that was able to stop it. Short of the first down, we're going to have a 2nd down and about 3. Literally, the ball is right in front of my face.
Well, except for all those people
Except
standing in
there's a
front
whole
of
bunch
us.
of people standing right in front of it as well, and I can't see.
I can see it.
What's
I got it.
happening.
I got it.
There we go. Okay.
2nd and 3. Out of the pistol, looking back to pass. The Beefeaters get a little bit of
Shot
pressure.
downfield.
Oh,
No, that's just a good route.
yeah. Sagraff with the reception there for the St. Clair Saints. 23 for the Beefeaters. Temperament Okito on the coverage. And there's not a lot he can do about
No,
that.
because again, it's just you're running to 15 yards, you're sticking your foot in the ground, you're coming back.
And they're throwing to a spot, and he threw it right to the spot.
And again, like the Beefeaters, you're taught don't get, especially at the corner position.
Nothing
don't
deep.
get beat deep. Don't
Yep.
get beat deep.
Yep. Yeah, when he sticks his foot down and goes back the other way, you got to react quickly. And even if you are quickly, it doesn't really matter that much. Good pass. Going
Take a
deep.
shot downfield.
Touchdown, St. Clair. Number 8, St. Kitts Park pulls it in. That's just a great pass play.
Yeah, that's just an athlete beating an athlete. This is going to. He didn't play a lot last year. He was their primary backup. He throws a really nice pass.
It was right on the money there. The coverage was there, maybe a step short. So if it had been underthrown at all, the Beefs were there, but it was right on the money.
We just talked about, the Beefeaters defense really settled in. St. Clair just kind of said, "Well, hold my beer for a second."
Okay, hang on a second.
And 4 plays later, touchdown. Extra
And
point is good.
Number 15, Joe Newton-Grain, the place kicker.
Almost put it on the road. Almost had a ball on Commissioners Ave.
Almost. Oh, yep, I can see it out there on the grass. Some little kid's going to go running down there. Hey, look, I found a football.
Yeah, no, he's not. You're going to get somebody from St. Clair trying to hop the fence, except there's no fence to hop there. You got to go all the way around.
Yep.
It drops off a little bit at the end zone there. So 6:57, Saints go up 21-10. Beefeaters have they've played a solid game. It just seems like they're one play short right now.
One play short, one step short. Like that pass play right there into the end zone. I mean, he had a step on us.
Yeah.
He had a step on the defender there, and the ball was perfectly thrown.
Yeah.
That's if you're a step short, you're not defending that.
And it's just, again, this is a really, really young London team. Very athletic, very good, very well coached. offensive and defensive teams, special teams. Like all of it's very, very good, but you got to find that extra gear in a game like this.
Well, we talked about in the pregame that this is where the Beefeaters are going to find out who they really are, and so far they're there. They're sticking in there. Here's the kickoff. On the return, Beefeaters bringing it up the middle. Oh, and then a big hit to bring him down.
Wow, and a little bit of extra business at the end of it, too. Giving him a shot down on the ground. I don't necessarily like that. It was a big hit.
Yep, the big hit was fine. It was the after stuff there, there.
Right there at
Yeah,
the
you
end
can see that, the elbow coming in.
Yeah.
Elbow with the return. So the Beefeaters take over 1st and 10.
At about the 30-yard line?
Yeah, about that. Yep. Looks like about the 22.
Yeah, 22. Again, we're field level. It's hard for us to see. We kind of ballpark it with the sticks and everything. Then we remember we got this wonderful monitor in front of us.
Yeah.
And we can look down and go, oh, no, it's on the
but you want to
22.
watch a
My
live
bad.
football game, so you keep looking up, watch a live football game. Unfortunately, you can't see everything when you do that. So we're trying. We're getting there.
3 to the field, 2 to the boundary, Chris.
Back to pass. It's Fonte. Takes a look. He's going to run.
Good escape.
He's got the corner.
Little 3-on-3 there.
Yep.
Fonte.
And Brandon Vecchio
Does a good job of really coming down and
limits him to about
taking
3
that
yards.
run lane away.
Yeah, limited to 3 yards there.
6:28 left to go in the half. Saints are up 21-10. Beefeaters with the ball. 2nd down and 7. Trips to the field. 2 to the boundary.
2 to the boundary. Fonte in the pistol. Prosper behind him. In to help block. Oh, that was dangerous.
Oh,
Holy moly.
you had a screen dialed up there.
They
You had
did.
100% a screen dialed up. And it could have been big. You let the guys in, and you just see big.
See
when
how
you
big they
let-
are when they get
when
those
you
big
let
mitts up in
them
the air.
in, they tend to make a play here or there.
Yep. Might want to change that one to just not right over his head, but just outside, just a little bit.
Yeah.
However, if that had worked, there was some room to
there
rumble.
is that ball was coming out to about midfield.
Yeah. So Rivard back to punt for the Beefeaters for the 2nd time tonight.
Yeah, and you know what? Just as we say that, the wind's picked up again.
The wind's picking up. Yep. Low snap off his foot. He does the right thing. He picks it up and just rounds in and gives up the safety.
So, smart play.
Gives up the safety.
This is a really, really smart play. And he does get in the end zone. It's where the ball is when the knee goes down.
Right. Yep.
So, 23-10 for the Saints as the Beefeaters give it the safety on the bad snap.
Yep. Low snap, bounces off his foot and then away from him. So that makes it a live ball. So he does the smart thing, runs down, picks it up, and then just gives up the safety, which makes it 23-10 with 5:51 left to go in the first half. Beefeaters still hanging around. It's only 23-10. They're only up by 2 scores. And we'll see what they can conjure up here. It's going to be 1st and 10 St. Clair, though, from the 35-yard line after the safety that the Beefeaters gave up. If you're St. Clair, what do you do here?
I want to go back to the run.
And if you're the Beefeaters?
I want to stop the
I
run.
want to stop the run.
It's not a difficult formula.
Well, they're going screen outside. They've had some success with that as well.
The Saints have a lot of speed at the outsides of their receivers. So when you see a step off screen or something like that, it's just basically a glorified handoff is what they're trying to do. They're just trying to get the ball out, let your athletes make a play. We've seen the athletes make plays in this game. Again, held to a gain of 3 with kind of a win for the defense, which is what you're looking for. But now it kind of takes that run game out of the equation.
Out of the equation on the 2nd down.
I come back, watch for the post for number 8 here. You got one high safety.
Yep, they're looking the other side. They're coming back across.
Pressure coming.
Got him.
They got him.
Number 78.
Wes McFarland.
Wes McFarland.
Wes McFarland.
Yet again.
Again, Noah Williams is right around there as well. Again, the Beefeaters defense, yes, they've given up 23 points in this game, but the defense has played very, very well. They've been putting bad spot after bad spot in this game, and their defense is really holding their own.
And that was a big stop for the
That was
Beefeaters
a
at this
huge
point in the
stop,
first
yeah.
half. 4:27, they're going to get the ball back.
And you should get the ball back with decent field position too.
That's a very quick
And
thing.
this is
and
what I'm
there's the
talking
fake.
about.
There's the fake you were talking about.
Not sure he got there. Really close. No, he did get it.
He did get it, but he's over by a couple of yards.
Off.
Good play
And-
call by St. Clair.
And I'm telling you, I can hear Coach Snyder all the way over here, and he's not happy with that from his special teams.
Well, it was a quick snap. They caught him sleeping a little bit, and they weren't quite set and ready. And, what can you do? It's a good play by St. Clair. First down, St. Clair from the 52-yard line.
I hate it when I'm right, but
Yeah.
God, I'm
yeah.
always right.
Oh, don't you? Really? Always? Nah. I
Even
don't
the
know.
broken clock gets it right twice in the day, right, Simon?
Twice a year. Yep.
Right, Simon?
Simon's just shaking his head.
Step off screen out here to number 88, pushed out of bounds by Tepperman.
The next pass is complete. Riley Segriff.
Number 88, that'd be Riley Sagriff.
By Tepperman Okino.
And he picks up 5 yards on the play, which is all really what they want.
Yeah, if you're second and 5, it keeps your complete playbook wide open. You can run the ball, you can throw the inside, you can take a shot deep. You're right about midfield. This is where they really like to kind of take that shot. If we punt it, we're going to get great field. We're going to hold them a good field position. We get a first down, we've got a chance.
Back the other way, ball skips through, incomplete. And
Good
10 for number
coverage,
10,
actually.
Marcelio Mendez. Yeah, great coverage there provided by number 16, Sam Fadia.
Yeah, Fadia does a good job because he's coming over from the two spot and tracking over. But you see, there's a difference between when you're running that speed out to the boundary or the short side or to the field. It's so much easier to complete it over to the field side. The boundary, it's got to be perfect. But again, the fake punt, Beefeaters defense holds. It's been the story of the game so far. The offense has got to keep up with the defense.
And they do not quick snap this one, so believe they're going to punt
They
it.
were coming right away at
They
it.
had some pressure there. And really good coverage by St. Clair.
Yeah.
86 Marc-Antoine
I-
Boyer
I'm also,
on the return.
I'm also going to tell you that right now he does a good job of catching that ball because it hit the ground and took a weird hop. He kind of baseballed it back into him there.
Beefeaters take over into the last 3 minutes of the half.
So 3 minutes to go.
2:58
Beefeaters
left.
down 23-10. 3 minutes to go in the first half. And they're starting reasonably deep on their own end, about the 20-yard line. In fact, they are starting at the 20-yard line. There's lots of time.
Yeah,
3 minutes.
I'd really like to see them get a run here, but they haven't had a lot of success running the ball inside.
Well, they're so big, St. Clair's defensive line. They're so big in
Their
the middle.
linebackers are flowing
And
downhill.
Their linebackers are very mobile, very fast. So first you have to block the big guy in the middle, but there they go.
Pass falls incomplete, and it's number 5 in at quarterback right now.
Gently.
Pass falls incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
That's
Flag in
Xavier
the-
Zatilla in that quarterback.
Flag in the backfield.
I think it's a hold against the Beefeaters.
It's in the right spot for a hold.
That's why I say it's.
I know.
think it's a
I
hold.
know. I
I
know.
didn't actually see it, but when it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, chances are it's a duck.
Or in this case,
A hold.
a hold.
10-yard penalty against
They're
the
gonna back 'em
Beefeaters.
up,
Yep.
too. They're
Oh,
not-
absolutely you are.
Yep.
You've got that question there. Hey, do we take it back to 10 yards and
Or second and 10.
second and 10,
Ball foul. So
However-
second down.
First and 20.
Oh, they're saying it's a dead ball foul. Well, they got second down on the markers, so Must be an objectionable conduct or something like that, Chris.
Well, something didn't quack quite like a duck then, now did it? So 2nd and 10. And they go with the quarterback right up the middle, quarterback draw up the middle.
He got close to the 15 yards back.
They're going to mark him 3rd down and
Bring up third down.
yeah,
Third down and about
12, 11.
Third and 12, we're going to call it, Chris. Yeah, you're going to see the punt team come out here. Now, with it being 23, do the Beefeaters give up the deuce? You know, it's this is the question that you got to ask at this point. Do you give up the safety and flip the field, or do you trust your defense under 3 minutes to hold them and get a return? You know, even with a semi-good return, you're going to get the ball at the 45-yard line. I'm not surprised if Rivard just to
I
take up the
suspect
2
he's
here.
just going to back up into the end
Yeah.
zone and make them if
Yeah.
they want any bigger points, they're going to have to run the field to get them.
The second most exciting play.
So
in football
Rivard, it does
after
indeed
the Rouge.
take the knee in the end zone for
Yeah.
a
So,
safety.
why do you do that? You know, if you're watching, look, you're going to have the ball on the 45-yard line
Take over
in the
first down at
Beefeaters'
35
end,
yard line.
or you're flipping it down to the 35-yard line. You know, that's a huge difference in yardage and in what you can do defensively as well. At the 35, you still have the chance to run a blitz, run some type of combination. Maybe you can get a play. If you get a stop, you know, they got a punt from deep inside their own end. And it's also keeping it within a 2-score game. So that's the other factor. 15
Yep,
to
15
10,
points is a 2-score game.
still a 2-score game. So Saints break the huddle, Chris.
It'll be very interesting to see what they do here.
3
I
by
think
2.
they go to the run here and march the field, and there
Yep.
it is. Yep, quick little pitch out.
The Beefeaters have done a really good job of stopping that run. Kind of right after that initial, you know, onslaught. They've done a
They
good job.
bottled that up pretty well.
Yeah.
That was Richard on the tackle there for the Beefeaters.
What a surprise.
Shocking, I know, and he holds them to 3 yards on the play, so it's 2nd and 7 for St. Clair, which is where the Beefeaters really want to be,
Yeah.
right? They don't want anything
Now-
less than that.
Now you got to be thinking, okay, it's a pass. They got 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary. Linebackers are showing blitz. And they're coming.
Throwing it outside. Incomplete through the hands.
Great pressure by Richards. By Richardson. You can see him coming through here. Look at the pressure. Because of that, he's not able to set his feet. Good coverage downfield.
Yep, St. Kitts Park was the intended receiver, and he did get his hands on it with a diving catch, but it comes up incomplete.
Here's why you take that safety. You now force a 2 and out. And again, if they're punting the ball at the 45, you're pinned back deep again. Now you're punting it from the 35. You're going to get the ball realistically about your 40. This is why sometimes, and it's a short punt.
And there'll be a 5-yard no yards called on this as it was on the ground. And
So-
he takes it back to the 45. You're going to add 5 to that. So you're going to be at the 50-yard line.
Yep. So exactly. So this is what I was talking about. You know, why you give up for the people who are questioning, why do you give up those 2s in those situations? There's the exact reason why. Because now, with 1:47 left to go in the half,
Lots of time.
you have lots of time. You've got, I think, one, if not both timeouts left. You've got both timeouts left for the Beefeaters. So
So a minute 47 with 2 timeouts from their own
in the
50.
Canadian game, that's an eternity. Oh my
Yes,
goodness!
it is. It really is.
Forever.
It really is. And most people, I'm assuming, watching and listening to us, they understand that. They know the game reasonably well, and they know that is an eternity. Prosper, the ball carrier, no gain on the play as he gets swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Number 24 in on the tackle, Connolly for St. Clair.
I think we just missed a block on the outside there. You can see that. Yeah, he just gets beat from the outside. And he actually got pressure from the inside as well. Looks like the linebacker shot up there as well. 2nd down and 10 for the Beefeaters.
From their own 50.
Like to see them go back to that slant game or some type of mesh or something like this.
not Fonte. Sorry.
So-
Great pressure by St. Clair. Nowhere to go with that.
Wrapped
He
up.
finally did bounce it outside, but not, play was whistled dead at that
So
point.
Tilney was in at quarterback again for the Beefeaters. So throw him down for a loss of 5,
Beefeater down.
and the Beefeaters are going to be punting the ball from the 45-yard line. So
And
again,
we have a Beefeater down.
As we do
So
now,
it's-
don't
it's,
forget 50-50 tickets
like I
available
said,
on
it's
Merch booth.
25-10, which, looking at it, people are going,
And
oh, it's a
also the
two-score game.
raise fundraiser.
This doesn't feel like a two-score game.
No, it does not.
And it's not being played like a two-score game. This is a very, very tight game.
For all kinds of
This
services.
is what
That
these guys
is
have been
Town
waiting
Hall
for.
banged up.
St. Clair, they've had a walkthrough
Beefeaters.
up until now.
Yep.
And this is the first time that really, they've been battle tested. Beefeaters had, Hamilton played them really tough. Ottawa played them really, really tough. And then you had last week against Toronto. Or 2 weeks against Toronto. This is what you want to see.
The injured player there was Connor Hall, who was helped off the field. Again, another one not putting any weight on that leg.
Great punt
The
by Rivard.
Punt is way deep, and it takes a Beefeater bounce. He's going to be back inside his own 20, and then he's going to get chased out of bounds,
Mendez on the return.
Yeah.
escorted out of bounds by number 95, Rivera.
Yeah, it just really, this is what we're talking about. There's so much speed with St. Clair, but great coverage downfield, holding them inside the 25-yard line, and again, you're asking your defense to keep doing what you're doing.
Mendez was on the return there, and he had a few words for the ref about possibly a late push out of bounds. Didn't get any sympathy and didn't get a flag. So St. Clair will start deep in their own end.
No, you're going to have unnecessary roughness, face mask called against the Beefeaters here.
I missed that flag.
I didn't see the flag either, but, I definitely saw the call from the white hat, so that's what he indicated. So it is.
I wonder where that occurred. Because it wasn't out here.
No, it was
It
probably.
wasn't out on the return, so it must have been somewhere in the middle. Because I didn't see the flag at all.
No, yeah, I still didn't, but
Well, it's back in his pocket now. You can look for it there.
Wow.
The dead ball foul against the Beefeaters.
Dead ball foul. So after the play was over,
someone pushing somebody's face mask around a little bit, but
moves the
th-
ball
those-
up to the 37.
105 left.
38.
But you see what, like the emotion when you start taking things personally in a game like this, that just cost you 15 yards, and you put the defense in a much better, or much
More difficult position.
The offense
You had
is
him
much
pinned deep.
better, in a much better situation.
And there's the
Hand off the
handoff.
cart to Doyle, I should say. Excuse me.
He's up the middle, broke a tackle,
Also on the carry, brought
picks
down
up
by
15,
Snyder.
almost 20 on the play.
Field.
Yeah, in a situation like that, you're looking for the pass,
First down,
and
three.
this is where St. Clair can be really, really dangerous because this kid can break it at any point in the field. Gets it all the way to midfield, just beyond midfield,
Just beyond, he's in Beefeater territory
54-yard line.
with 54 seconds left. St. Clair comes to the line. And they've got 3 this side, so 3 the far side. Back to pass.
Pressure
Beefeaters got some
coming.
pressure.
Oh,
Great coverage by the
great coverage
Beefeaters.
there.
Oh,
Is that
number-
Amos?
That is Amos Thomas
Yeah.
coming up, breaking
Famous
that
Amos,
up.
sticking his foot in the ground.
Cupping
Yeah.
inside the receiver to break that up.
Yeah, heads up, great play.
Where you going, Gordon?
When he
Line of scrimmage.
Amos played for me a few years ago. He played receiver.
And now he's a DB.
Now he's a DB. He's
A pretty good one, too.
a very good DB, actually. He's probably one of the top DBs coming out of London in a long time. I really like Amos.
There's back to pass. He's under
Scrambling,
pressure.
he's
He's
got a
bringing him up himself. And he's got room to run down the far sideline. Finally steps out of bounds. Number 23 escorts him out. Josiah Temperamenokito says that's far enough.
You had pressure coming. You had great coverage downfield by the Beefeaters. Unfortunately, you had nobody left to account for the quarterback. He steps up on the inside and just goes for a little
Takes
jaunt.
it out to the far side.
Good 30-yard run on that. So that's a big play for the Saints because now they are in scoring position again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be 1st and 10 from inside the 30, about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 with 40 seconds left. So the playbook is wide open. We have a Beefeater helping to his feet. That's number 78, Wes McFarland. I don't like to see him going out for 3 plays, particularly with 40 seconds left in the game in the first half.
Probably about 3 or 4 plays left in the half. That's
Right,
not the
exactly.
guy that you want to go out.
No.
Your top pass rusher.
And I suspect that the St. Clair Saints will see who that is that just went out and take advantage of that if they possibly can.
40 seconds, you've got St. Clair has called one of their timeouts. Beefeaters do have both of theirs. You still have the ability to run the ball here in this situation. They've been in this 3-by-2 pretty much all game.
All game. Yeah, same setup.
Taking a shot downfield.
Oh. And the DB had great coverage, and he just didn't look back for the ball and overran it.
Well, he kind of got pushed off there at the end. He's got great coverage here. Watch it.
He's in position. Yeah, there is a little push
Little
off
bit of
there.
a push off there, and that's the second time he's gotten away with it. I don't know if it's really intentional, if he just kind of ran into him and then stopped running, and he just momentum.
Nonetheless,
That's a big touchdown.
that
for
is
the
a big
Saints.
touchdown. That makes the game much more difficult coming into the second half for the Beefeaters. Newton Grain in to kick the point after attempt. One too many guys on the field. Fix that situation.
The timeout is called by the Saints.
They
Make
use
sure
that
you've got the
timeout.
right substitutions.
And they
out
might as
there.
well use that timeout.
Yeah, it doesn't go into the next half.
No. 34 seconds left. You're kicking a point after, then you're going to kick the ball away. The Beefeaters are going to have about 28 seconds maybe on the clock.
About that.
You know, so
Yeah.
that's a tall order
got
unless
2 or
they get a
3
really
plays.
good run back. So Newton Grain,
We've seen big returns by both
we have
teams.
by both teams, yeah.
But
Yep.
again, since that point, everything's kind of settled down and choked up a little bit.
Yep. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good. We'll add another one to the scoreboard for the St. Clair Saints. And the Beefeaters will get one more crack at this with not that much time left on the field, but they do have 2 timeouts left.
Any type of points that you can get if you're the Beefeaters, even a field goal or something like that, it definitely helps because
Absolutely.
you got to start thinking possessions now. And in the second half, you're obviously there's a whole half of football, but you have to look at the amount of times that you're going to be able to possess the ball, and you've scored twice.
Right. In the entire first half.
Right now, you're down 3 scores. You got to start looking at these type of things, and these are the things that matter when it comes to coaching. When you take a team out of their element, like St. Clair is kind of doing right now for the Beefeaters, it really the Beefeaters want to run the ball, and they want to shorten the amount of possessions that the other team has because their defense is outstanding. The problem is when you're a run-centric team and you got to go into the passing game, are you equipped to deal with that? The Beefeaters got some good receivers.
And their short passing game has been working.
And yeah, you're right. I
have a
haven't
couple of
seen
drop balls.
I haven't seen Seth Raymer catch a ball tonight.
Nope, not yet. Set to kick off.
Good kick. It's going to be fielded about the 15.
And on the run back, he's looking for a little room. Bottled up at about the 28-yard line, 29-yard line with, 28 seconds on the clock.
That's
I hate it when I'm always right.
yeah. The 12 o'clock at your house all the time?
Always. Absolutely.
That's what that means, Simon.
It'll be Beefeater ball on the 30-yard line. First and 10, 28 seconds on the clock. 2 timeouts left for the Beefeaters.
I think it's Fonte coming back in now, too.
I wondered why they switched him up. Maybe the other gentleman's just a little bit more mobile.
They did that in Toronto as well. They kind of rolled through their quarterbacks
Did they?
a little
Okay.
bit. Yeah.
All right. But that was not a close game.
No.
So,
But it was
you
rolling
expect
early.
that.
It was
It was
early
rolling
in that
early?
game. Yeah.
Okay. Prosper, the ball carrier, met in the backfield, breaks the first tackle, but then gang tackled by ball game's out late, covered up by the Beefeaters.
So I think the Beefeaters are just trying to get out Dodge at this point, trying to get to the half. to run the ball. You're not going to call a
Second
timeout.
down.
St. Clair has no timeouts
St. Clair
left.
has no timeouts.
So you're just going to take this down, run it again to get it to the 0
Right.
on the third down is basically what you're looking at.
And the clock starts. So we're inside 20 seconds. So it would appear that you're correct in that. Well, look, you're right again.
Yep. 12:01 at my place.
Fonte in at quarterback. Little delayed handoff. And again, wrapped up quickly. Back to the original line of scrimmage. And that will wrap up the first half. St. Clair up 32-10 at the end of the first
Very
half.
entertaining first half of football.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's you've had a lot of momentum swings in this game for both sides, and let's see if the Beefeaters can. You got to get a couple drives going. You got to get a couple more drives going. You need first downs. I always used to say things with Coach Schneider. We're looking for first downs and touchdowns. Those are the two things that we're looking for. First downs before the touchdowns, obviously, but it's been a really, really well played game. The score definitely shows St. Clair's a little bit better right now.
Yep.
But this game is a lot closer than I think people thought it was going
What
to.
has surprised you about the first half?
Not so much surprised me, but affirmed that the defense is really, really good. They've given up a couple big plays, one on a questionable pass interference call, one that should have been a pass interference, which wasn't. And they can stop the run. And this is a really, really good dynamic team. I'd like to see a little bit more out of the offense, something.
Yeah, it seems to me that the offense, I won't say it's stagnant, but they're getting stuck in the same things.
They're spinning their tires in mud.
And they don't seem to be all that creative. And I think they're going to have to get creative in the second half.
I agree.
All right, here we go. That's the end of the first half. 32-10 Saints over the Beefeaters. We'll be back with the second half kickoff.
Can you hear me? Yes, got it. Okay.
There we go.
All right, well, we had the mute buttons in.
Well, I figured out how a mute button works. Look at me go. Second half kickoff. Here we go. Kick is away. Back deep to receive. Number 8, St. Kitts Park. And he's breaking it up to the far side. And this man has some wheels. Beefeaters are hot in pursuit. I don't think they're going to catch him. Takes it. Oh, did he get him before he got in? Shoe top tackle. They're going to mark him down to the 1 yard line.
Spot him short. Okay, this is an effort. All effort.
What a great return. Busted outside, down the sideline. And somebody with a diving tackle.
Right there. I think it was, I want to say, I think it's Richardson.
I think it was. They're marking the.
Well, they got the extra point. They got the.
So he was in. I was going to say I don't think his knee touched before the ball broke the plane.
No, I thought he got in.
So
too.
he was in.
Yeah.
And this is for the extra point. Wow, what a great return for St. Clair to start the second half.
Well, 2 big special teams plays to start each half for the Saints. You know, you get the onside kick, you recover the onside kick,
right.
Do the short kick in the first half, and then you get a kickoff return for a touchdown to start the second half. Now the Beefeaters
they're in a hole now.
Now they're in a hole. You know, like you're down 4 scores at this point.
Yeah, 39-10 is not the way you wanted to start the second half.
No, and now you got to go, okay, well, it's 0-0. We need a drive.
Yep.
You need first downs. Yep. I know we talked about at the end of the first half there, first downs and touchdowns, first downs and touchdowns. Really, touchdowns need to look after themselves eventually. You need first downs. You need to get drives, but you've got to capitalize on every drive that you have now.
Right. You just got to say, ignore the fact that it's 39-10.
Yeah.
And that just happened. You've got to move the ball yourself now and make some positive things happen for you. And this is what we talked about before the game, where they said we find out who we are now.
Yeah.
And this is a really find out who you are moment right here, with 14, 15 seconds gone in the first part of the third quarter, and you know they let us score in. So now they have to figure out, okay, what do we do? How do we do this? Let's not let this break us, because otherwise the score will end up like most of the scores have been for St. Clair. Kickoff is away.
Again, it's that another
short kick. Good coverage.
I think it was Ferguson on the return there.
Ferguson on the return.
Yep. So Ferguson with the recovery on that, catches that at the 20. Good coverage downfield.
And he stopped right at the 25.
Yep.
So it'll be first down Beefeaters from their own 25.
So they've tried that twice. That kind of moon ball, shorter kick, trying to drop it in between.
So when they did that to start the game, and again here, did they have somebody on side?
No.
In order to recover that kick?
It's a kickoff. Everybody's on side.
Right. That's what I thought. Quick little swing pass outside. Oh, that's a nice little ball. Ferguson, the receiver.
This is what you want to do. You bring the fullback in this time. He gets lost in traffic just on that little H under, and it does a good job of like a 15-yard reception. You hear me now, Chris?
No.
Well, producer Stephanie, can you hear me? Okay, I am being heard. So
okay, as long as the people can hear me, I don't really need to hear you. First and 10 for the Beefeaters, back to the run. And Prosper bounces it outside. He's finally hauled down out by number 3, Vecchio. Good run. That's going to be 9 yards, maybe?
Yeah, gain of 9 on that. And again, it's just that outside zone play to the right-hand side. You got a lead blocker with Ferguson out there, and you got a good chunk of 9 yards. We're just running into a little bit of technical difficulties on our end.
Hopefully,
now it's dark
the
out.
People at home can hear both of us. We just can't hear each other. And fair enough. Second and short for the Beefeaters. Hand off to Prosper right up the middle.
First down.
Enough for the first down. And there's a Beefeater slamming his hands down on the field. He is injured. Not feeling very good at this particular moment in time. Can't see his number just yet.
First down, Beefeater.
He's being helped up, but no, he's going to go back down.
Yeah,
That's
number
number 66. Jared Balaz.
Yeah, that's an offensive lineman that you can't lose.
Trainer on the field. Yeah, we got a Beefeater down.
It's good to see him walking up under his own power, but he's still got to go out for.
He's going to go out for 3 plays.
Yeah.
Because the trainer had to come onto the field, and he's walking fairly normal. Doesn't seem to be much bothering him there. So maybe just got a jab in the back of the calf or something.
Great shot by sideline reporter and cameraman Adam.
1st and 10, Beefeaters.
30 feet in the air, delivering these amazing shots for you.
And on the
pull by
scramble at the
Fonte.
far side, he's airing it out down the field. He's got his man, and he caught it, and he broke the tackle.
Touchdown!
And it's a touchdown, Beefeaters!
That's how you answer it right there.
Marc-Antoine Boyer.
Yeah, he's had himself a game today, really coming
Wait,
into
that
his
is
own.
not Boyer. My bad.
Who is it?
Down, Beefeater.
Turn. I can't see his number now.
84.
14.
Connor Hall. Oh, 14?
Vesuveth.
Okay.
Yep, Vesuveth.
Well,
We had a little spin move on the inside and broke
that's
that
a good
tackle.
way to answer. You know, you needed something on that.
Yep. We're not going to roll over and die here. You still got a football game to play. And Rivard in for the point after attempt. There's the snap. There's the hold. There's the kick. All of them are good. Another point on the board. 39-17. 12:30 to play in the third quarter.
That's what I was talking about. You need drives. You need first downs. Let's get a couple drives going. Scores will take care of themselves. But that's what you needed to do if you're the Beefeaters.
Well, we talked at the end of the first half that the Beefeaters offense was getting a little stagnant.
Yeah.
And that's how you fix that. You take the shot.
Yeah. And it's really the first time they've pushed the ball downfield tonight. They've taken you've had success with those mesh patterns and with the mesh routes and with the unders. It's the first time that they've really taken a shot downfield.
Right.
And it hit this time.
Yep.
So it's something now you just can't creep up and stock your feet at 10 yards and go, well,
And Vesuveth made a great play with that spin move to the inside to break the tackle because he was pinned on the outside.
In a game like this, you're always looking for someone's got to make a play from now.
Somebody's got to step up and make a play. You're right.
You got to make a play. So there we saw one for the Beefeaters. Now you need to make a play on defense, and you need to get a stop.
Rivard set for the kickoff. And they do a little short one. Covered pretty quickly. Number 83 hauls it in. That's Dominic McKessie.
Well, and again, you know that kind of you're trying to do the same type of thing. You can see on the far sideline, the Beefeater was screaming down, trying to get that onside kick, and you don't have to recover it. You have to be the last person to touch it. So even if it gets knocked out of bounds, if you're the last person to touch the ball in the Canadian game, that's your ball.
That's your ball. And I remember watching CCH. They were famous for this.
Yeah.
They had a kid on their team at one point who was like 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, he played basketball.
Yes, he did. But he would be on kickoffs, and he would go down. They would just kick it high, and he would just bat it out of bounds.
Tap it out of bounds. Yep.
It's Crusaders ball. Oh, a little
There's
mistake there. There's a fumble on that
back.
play, and I think the Beefeaters have got it.
You say you just
Beefeaters
look
got
for
it.
someone to make a play. The Beefeaters defense have now made a play. Now game on.
Kenyani Elliott was the intended recipient of that handoff. There was a fumble between the exchange, and the Beefeaters come up with the ball.
Sometimes that jet can get there a little bit too fast, and it's such a timing thing to get. And there you see a situation where he got there a little bit early, and unfortunately, bobbled snap, and someone was coming off the edge.
Yeah, we can see the replay one more time. Oh, never mind. The Beefeaters are at the line. Maybe we'll come back to that if possible. Beefeater ball, 1st and 10 from the St. Clair 35. Got a little life under them now.
2x2.
And a little play action, and then throw them on the run.
The big man rumbling. Shaheen
Great play.
Ferguson.
What a great play by the Beefeaters.
You go right back to that H under. They're trying to get that shot downfield. Great coverage by St. Clair.
Yep.
You check it down. You let the big man drop his shoulder, bounces off, gain of 12, and a first down for London. Now you can kind of see after that big play from the Saints, the Beefeaters have kind of grabbed momentum back. You got to capitalize more.
Vesuvius in motion to the far side. Quick pass outside and into the middle. He breaks a couple of tackles. He's well inside. What a nice play.
Okay, this is what I was talking about. You need first downs. Sometimes someone needs to make a play. Look at that. Great job. You got first and goal at about the 3-yard line there, Chris.
Inside the 5, first and goal, Beefeaters.
Breaks 2 tackles on the way to inside the 5-yard line. It was a little bit sloppy, high tackling by the St. Clair Saints there.
Well, I'm going to bring a point up in a minute after this drive, and I'm going to say maybe something's going on here. Fonte's got it. He's got the edge.
And he's inside the cone. That should be a touchdown.
And an
Late flag.
And a late flag. He's definitely in the end zone. Touchdown for the Beefeaters. And this is going against St. Clair at the end here.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, but it's the hand up the face at the end.
Yeah, I'm just watching the replay here. Yep.
Right there. That's what you can't do. So it's a touchdown. Beefeaters score again. They're going to get 15 yards on the kickoff here.
Unnecessary roughness against St. Clair. Touchdown.
So
Touchdown, Beefeaters.
all of a sudden,
the crowd goes
a
wild.
4 is now a 2-score game.
That's right. That's
just
2
like
quick
that.
scores by the Beefeaters.
In under 3.5 minutes.
Reminiscent of a game that happened last weekend where the team was down by 16 with 2.5 minutes to go. And then they won in quadruple overtime.
Oh, yes, that one.
Yes, that one. Which was a fun game to watch.
The other team from London.
Yes, the other team from London, who shall remain nameless.
Wow.
Point after is good.
So, this is the point I wanted to make, and I just wanted to put it in on a pause for a second there. St. Clair has been up ahead in every game. That at this point in the game, they've rolled their 2s and 3s in.
They don't get to do that today.
St. Clair has not played a full game with their starters from start to finish this year. Is fatigue a question now?
Maybe, especially with the colder weather.
See, these
I
are
mean,
all
the hot weather affects them, and the cold weather affects them because they're, if you're sitting on the sideline, you're starting to shiver a little bit. That wind is a little chilly.
But there's a bounce in the Beefeater steps right now that they didn't have in the first half at all, and now you've got it. And Rivard's going to kick the ball at the 50-yard line, so you get some coverage here. St. Clair's going to have the ball well inside their 20-yard line at the end of this. Unless, of course, they don't, turn it.
Yeah, well, which we've seen happen.
Well,
So
we've seen it twice,
Let's hope the Beefeaters have some good coverage on this. They're kicking from the St. Clair side of the field, from the St. Clair 50.
Rivard's got a chance for a rouge on this, actually.
Yes, he does. He's got the wind with him. And we'll see what they do.
They're looking like they're going to line up for an onside kick.
They do look like that.
I think it's going through the end zone.
And he's booting it through the uprights. 2 yards deep, bringing it out. And he's got the far sideline again. Not this time, though. The Beefeaters run him out of bounds. Still a good return.
Pushed out of bounds up at the 35-yard line.
So that's a 37, 40-yard return.
Yeah. That's we see that a number of times with St. Clair. They're so fast.
Good blocking
to the edge.
downfield.
Yep.
Their number 87, Matt Herrera, had a good block down the field. Ball spotted at the 38, 1st and 10, St. Clair.
Same 3-by-2 formation, 3 to the field,
They run
2 to
that
the
the
boundary.
whole game so far. There's the inside handoff, back to the run. Beefeaters cover that up pretty darn good. Gain of 3 on the play.
You've seen that now. You know what's coming with it.
Richard on the
So
tackle.
what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the linebacker to overcommit to run himself outside of the gap. What they're doing is they're not overcommitting. They're bumping down rather than tracking the man on that they were earlier today. That's even the guy on the outside edge. So St. Clair's got to recognize that, maybe come up with something different.
Gain of 2 on the play. It's 2nd and 8. Man in motion to the far side.
Orbit motion behind him this time.
Looking to pass.
Yeah, he's looking for
a little bit
switch.
of pressure. Ball bounces off
Intercepted!
and intercepted.
There you go. Coverage again.
Number 44, Wes Schneider. He's having himself a game. Tip drill. That's the second one today.
Okay, who's the coverage on that?
I think it hit him in the head.
No, the DB got there. The DB definitely gets there. You can see the switch. He's got number 1 coming over the top. Whoever the DB was, he got his hand up front there, got his hand in front, and knocked it up. I don't know if it was Amos or JoJo, one of them, but the Beefeaters are back in business again.
This is other than the return on the opening kickoff, everything has gone to Beefeaters' way so far.
Yeah.
They got that one back quickly, and then they got another one, and now they were going to cut into the lead a little bit more, they hope.
And is it St. Clair mistakes, or is it the Beefeaters seizing momentum? Little both.
Little of both, yes.
Right at midfield, 54-yard line.
1st and 10 Beefeaters, just over midfield. There's that
Again.
same play. They am liking that play.
Amos.
Quick pass complete to number 88, Jameen Ferguson.
Jaheim Ferguson, again, it's that same thing. So what you're doing is you're getting that slice action. That's when you start the fullback on one side of the formation, bring them all the way across underneath behind the line, and just do that slice under. They're not tracking that guy. They're not picking that guy coming out of the backfield.
They have to play Prosper out of the backfield first because they're faking the handoff to him, which slows them down just that step. There it
And
is.
again,
Same play the other way.
Play the other way, exactly.
This time it's Voyer,
So that's your other fullback.
and he's going to pick up about 7, I think, on that play.
He's had himself a game today
He
as
has
well.
indeed.
Gets down to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, all the way down, 9, gaining 9 on that play. 2nd and 1 for the Beefeaters.
Momentum has definitely swung here for the Beefeaters. I want to see a good inside power run here. Get
Pick up the yard.
Yeah, get the first down.
You say you can't push us around,
Yep. And again, the fullback's in, so you're in a 22 look here.
and there it is.
And look at that.
And big yards, breaking tackles.
See, again,
Prosper, the ball carrier.
the Beefeaters have played 4 quarters in every game. The Saints haven't. And you're starting to see the high tackles slip off. And it's
That may play a factor.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm full of one-line cliches like
Yes,
that.
you are. First and 10 inside the 20-yard line at the 17.
Oh, I
There's
like to
Prosper
go right
again,
back to
breaking
it.
a couple of tackles, and he's inside the 10.
I like what Schneider's calling right now. He's really got things cooking. You've spread the defense out a little bit with those H unders so you can show that slice. They're recognizing that now the linebacker has to come out. You're taking that extra guy out of the box to understand that he's got to play pass coverage, and now the Beefeaters are rolling.
There, indeed. It's second down for the Beefeaters. Second and very short, maybe 2.
Say about 2, yeah.
There's the snap. Oh, not that time.
Yeah. Big number 5, the linebacker.
Ibrahim in there in a hurry.
And he was just coming on a
You
Mike
gotta
blitz.
go. How was he
right
not
away.
offside? He was in there so fast.
He timed it up perfectly, shot the A-gap. He came right through with a polar left. And unfortunately, the other guy didn't come across. Free gap. Now you got a 3rd down and
3rd
5.
and 5. Offense is staying on the field.
Yeah, you've got to.
Well, you need touchdowns, not field goals.
Well, you're within 2 scores though.
You are.
Okay.
You
So
are.
You can't
But
kick
you've
a
got
field
things
goal.
rolling here. Other than that play, you've got things rolling here.
Yeah.
So I think
You got to grab all the momentum
all right,
in the world. Yeah, he doesn't get there.
2 in a row.
Prosper.
St. Clair, we were talking about, was fatigue kind of letting in a little bit?
Yep.
I'm going to say no on that one.
There's no rundowns of the first half.
That's a hard no. But again, a great drive for the Beefeaters. Not every drive to be a successful drive has to end up in points. It's a field position game. They've got St. Clair pinned deep.
And I think that's why they decided to go for it. Because even
Yeah,
if they don't
absolutely.
get it, St. Clair's got the ball inside their own
It's inside
10-yard
the
line.
20, yeah.
Inside. Where are they going to mark the ball? 15?
Yeah.
15. Inside the 15-yard line. So they've got a long field ahead of them. And the Beefeaters defense is playing very, very well at this point.
Yeah. So if I'm St. Clair, I want to get back to that run game, try to get something going on the running game.
A little bit of a
And
high
that's
snap
Doyle.
to get the handoff away. He's twisting and turning and breaking tackles.
They're really
Beefeaters
pulling
trying
on
to
that
rip
ball.
the ball out of there. That's McFarland
Yeah.
trying to rip it out of there.
Way out to about the 23.
So good gain of about 8 yards on that, Chris.
Second down.
It's like almost 9. Yep. And you wonder if McFarland had been a little bit more serious about the tackle, a little less serious about ripping the ball out. I know you want a turnover, but you got to wrap them up first.
Okay, this is 3 to the boundary this time. They're orbiting over.
Yeah, they just want that 1 yard up the middle.
I'm not sure he got it.
Well, they haven't blown the
I
whistle.
am not, they blew it there, so 100%, I don't know if he got it. Now there's a great angle of it. He's right at the stick.
He could be at the stick, but where's the ball? I think he got it.
Down.
No, yeah, they're going to give it to him.
So first down for the Saints on the
Get
QB
first
sneak.
down.
Fortunately, that's the center that's down.
Medic on the field.
Yeah, we have an injured Saint on the field.
Now, this is a factor for 3 plays because now you have a new center
Enjoying
coming in.
Fine food from Rosary Streetery.
Right. Yep.
So that's,
Good stuff.
we talk about that. What are some of the most difficult positions to play?
Always good.
The toughest position to play in football is the center
Don't use it as a
position.
dietary
Hands
supplement.
down.
Doesn't work.
Hands down. You're the only person guaranteed to touch the ball on any play. And you have to get it to the quarterback or to it's designed to go to
Right.
with accuracy, and it's got to get there on time. If your snap is a little bit slow, you throw the timing of the play off. It is critical, the center position. A high snap. It's like
The
just,
Beefeaters read that perfectly.
Yeah.
Marshall.
it was a good snap, but it's high.
Doyle Marshall on the run there, and he got nowhere. The Beefeaters timed that up perfectly, loss of a short bit. It'll be second and 10 and change. Well done by the Beefeaters defense.
Well, that's the stop that's the stop
That's
on
for
first
Charlotte
down that you
shooting the
need.
gap.
Yep. So again, look for something. They've had success with that step off screen. You try to get the ball into number 8 or number 10's hand, and it's been trouble all game. Here's that switch route again, and the Beefeaters covered it.
Ooh,
Those are hits you don't want your quarterback taking. But man, did he take
3
a
of them
shot.
converge on him.
You see him running. So you run that switch again. So this is what, it's an option route. You're running a wheel
Bring up third and
from the inside slot is what they're trying to get with number 8. The Beefeaters do a good job of recognizing it, passing the play off, and then nowhere to go with the ball. That
Going to
was
bring
the
up
one-
third and 4 after he gained 6 on that. So their wide receiver / punter is in. Oh, and a little bit of confusion as to who was supposed to take the ball.
Yeah, that's a good
Bounces
job of
pass.
just getting back.
Absolutely.
Alphonse, Speed Gaston.
Voyer finally picks it up after it bounces deep into the Beefeater backfield.
Yeah, see, this is a communication thing. I don't think these are the normal returners back there. One of those guys has got to take control. Me, you.
Well, I was watching, and he said, you, and went to block, and I don't think he heard him. I don't think he yelled, which I think you need to do. My son was a returner, and
you got to
you know,
commit to that,
yeah. Well, and they were both standing right beside each other.
Make
and
a decision, stand by it, but make a decision.
Yeah.
You got you can't let that happen. But again, the Beefeaters defense holds. 3:45 left to go in the third quarter, 39-24, and the Beefeaters have it at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 base from their own 35. Fonte's waving him in motion. There's the quick pass out. And they're going to get good positive yardage again. This time Downs is the receiver. He's still not down.
Bring it out to Michael Downs.
It's just that step off screen again. Okay, so you're orbiting an extra blocker over. That's all you're doing is you're bringing an extra blocker over, and you're just trying to get the ball. These are just, like I said earlier, this is a long handoff. That's all this is.
Yep.
Take the ball, give it out to your playmaker, let your playmaker make one guy miss. That's all you have to do. Make one guy miss, and you got a positive gain.
We had a
Now you
Saint
got a
down. We had a Saint down. He got up of his own accord, so he does not have to go off for 3
because
plays.
the trainer did not come out onto the field. So
So
that's
that was
the
a gain
indicator
of
for that.
9.5. So a short field here for the for the Beefeaters. And there's Prosper right up the middle. Gets good yardage that time.
That's Nick
Beyond the
Fonte.
fit. Oh, it's Nick Fonte.
That was Fonte.
Needed one. Got
And Nick Fonte is just a.
First down,
I've said it in many
Beefeaters.
broadcasts. He's just a dog. You know, he works hard. He doesn't do anything flashy. And you look at him and you go, okay. And
And
all
yet-
he does is makes plays.
He makes plays every time he touches the ball.
All he does, he's a football player. Motion to trips. This time, Fonte's just throwing down in the backfield. I believe that was number 2 for
Fonte
the.
brought down by Ibrahim.
No,
It
it
was
wasn't
number 5.
Yeah, it was number
Yeah,
5.
that's
Okay.
the same one who's been making the plays.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ibrahim.
line of scrimmage.
So back to the original line of scrimmage, second down and 10
down.
here. Do you come back to that H slice? Now, do you show that H slice and try to hit something on a post or a seam?
That's where my head is going.
Yeah.
Because they've had such success with it. They have to respect it. They have to play it. And then you go somewhere else.
There's the out.
And he breaks it out himself, but he's not going to get past.
Fonte.
Okay, but that's a smart heads-up play to get the 7 yards back.
Yep, that's Carter with the tackle.
So you're going to be punting the ball here.
5.
I think they're going to be punting the ball here.
Yeah. 3rd and 6.
Leaving the offense out. So they're leaving the offense out here. This is a big gamble. You got a Hank call?
Wow. Well, I think they got to go with the playmakers on the outside and do that same play.
Or are you just trying to draw them offside like that?
Oh, maybe.
They got him.
There's the flags. Did they get him on the offside? No, they got back the first time. That was the first time.
That's the far side that it happens. Oh, I
Yep,
think the
there he
Beefeater
is.
moved.
Yep, right at the top of the
Procedures call against the
Yeah.
Beefeaters.
93. That's the same gentleman who made the tackle on the last play, Nick Carter.
5.
Yeah.
3rd and 10.
So now you're going to see the punt team come out. And again, this has been where St. Clair, the Beefeaters have had great coverage, but St. Clair's got a better athlete back there.
Yeah.
And that's the difference in this, like, 5-yard to 25-yard returns.
Well, Rivard back to punt. Good snap. Gets it away. Decent punt.
Straight up the middle.
Yep. Breaking a couple. There's a fumble. The ball came
and
out.
the
I think the
Beefeaters
Beefeaters got it.
The Beefeaters definitely have it. Number
That's
54.
Mendez on the return. I didn't see who hit him to cause the fumble.
Max Wilson that ends up recovering this ball. Number 54 for the Beefeaters.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Well, we'll see this again. We'll see if we can
Yeah,
pick up the
and
number.
it's the Beefeaters ball.
Nope. Camera screwed away from us just at the last second there when the fumble came out.
34 actually comes up with it for the Beefeaters.
34?
Yep.
Albano.
Luca Albano comes up with it. 54 was there. Maybe he was the one that made the hit.
Possibly.
But again, you just all the momentum in the world in this
Just
quarter.
got to do something with it here.
Yep.
Right? They didn't do much on the last one, but they got good field position here. 1st and 10 from the Saints' 40-yard line after the fumble recovery on the punt return. Back to pass. Looking, nowhere to go. He's going to have to run it. Takes it down, pulls it down, and runs.
Okay.
He gets up some positive yards
That's a
there. Maybe
smart-
gain of 4 or 5.
That's a smart play, okay?
Gains positive yardage.
Okay. He's gaining confidence to get out of bounds to get as many yards as you can.
Inside 35.
He got 5 yards on that.
Call it a gain
Okay.
of 5, 2nd down.
In the first half, he's throwing that ball out of bounds.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So you can see the defense slowing down a little bit.
A little bit.
And
He's got that last extra split second
Yep.
to get outside.
Call for 50-50 tickets. He's coming down.
so again,
Ball ran.
you saw the slice action coming across, but that time he stayed inside to block.
Yes.
So
So
in the
gain
act-
of 6.
Yeah.
And this will be the last play of the third quarter. And he's got his man on the crossing pattern. Inside the 30-yard line. He needs to get to the well, he's going to be awfully close to the first down.
He's going to be really close. I think they did indicate the first down. I did see the referee point to that. So it's a first down for the Beefeaters. And what a third
That was a
quarter
great third quarter.
They were down 39. They were down 2 scores. They were down 39-10, and the Beefeaters have stormed back with 2 touchdowns in that third quarter, and it's 39-14, and we got a ball game.
We do indeed. Should be a very exciting fourth quarter. The Beefeaters just picked up a first down, so they will start 1st and 10 inside the St. territory. We'll see where they mark that ball down.
I love those people. Lafarge, Canada, unit 1059. Anothers, Turtle Jacks, Muskoka Grill, Echo Valley Golf Club, Christmas Country Pets, Railway City Brewery.
They're still walking.
Rosie's Streetery.
And the ball is going to get marked inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, so we needed to get to the 30 for that first down.
39-0 Hamilton over GTA at the half.
Not a surprise there. Out of town, Hamilton 39.
No,
GTA
not
no
really.
score. That Hamilton team is very, very good.
Yeah, they played the Beefs tough in that home opener.
Yeah. You know, and again, it's the only time that they're going to see each other, but I think they might see each other
They might see each other in the playoffs.
Yeah.
1st and 10, Beefeaters inside the 30-yard line to 28. And on a little rollout, he's got his man deep.
Well, we just talked about that, okay? We just talked about that. Show that under and watch the linebacker jump up like he did and then try to get something behind it. So what you did is you do a long dig on that, and that's exactly what happened. And you got a 1st and goal for the Beefeaters.
From the 6-yard line. That was way on the catch. Connolly with the tackle. 1st and 10, 1st and goal for the Beefeaters from the 6-yard line. See what they dial up. We were talking about it just before the break, about the Beefeaters offense being a little stagnant. Not so in the third quarter. Throwing it outside.
Pass falls incomplete.
That's incomplete.
You're trying to hit Ferguson on that, I believe it was. Is it Ferguson or is it 88 or
88.
86?
Yeah, that was 88. Ferguson.
Got Beefeater down.
Unfortunately, he's a little bit
And he
shaken
is
up
the
on that.
Beefeaters down, I believe.
Don't forget, folks.
You think about the near misses, though. The Beefeaters had that, potential touchdown that fell incomplete in the first
Yep.
quarter.
Yep.
You know, it's a game of inches. There's another one where it's just a little bit off. You got a ball.
Yep.
It's 2 potential touchdowns that are dropped or just a little bit short. And again, St. Clair can say the exact same thing. Hey, you know, if that block would have been made, we could have had a bigger run or this or that. But it really is a game of inches, and it's can you overcome those little mistakes, those self-imposed errors that you sometimes get? So, 2nd down and goal for the Beefeaters at the 6.
From the 6-yard line.
I would imagine you are in 3 down territory
I
here.
would think the score the way it is, two-score game,
Yeah.
and you're in the fourth quarter.
I've only been around for 38 of them.
To get anywhere near close, I would assume they would go for it. Again, even if they don't get it.
Sorry, I can't see
The Saints have the whole field then to go.
Yeah, that's exactly. And the way your defense is playing. Pressure coming. Fonte escapes it and it's sacked.
Oh, he does not escape that.
He got through the first wave.
By number 47.
You can see the first wave coming through. And he got through, and it's just
They're down.
not able to escape it.
Ian Curtis gets off his block and makes a
Now I
tackle.
think you kick the field goal, and it's exactly you're going to see the field goal team coming on
Right.
here.
Because they lost 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, so you're at the ball's about the 10-yard line now, so which should be almost like an extra point here for Rivard. This will bring it to 39-27. It's still a 2-score game, but
12 points. That's much
you're
tighter.
shrinking that lead.
Yep.
Snap it down. The kick
And
is
it's good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
39-27, and we got a real good
This
ball
is a
game
good
going
ball
on.
game. 12-point game with 13 and almost 14 minutes left.
White hat says it's good. It's good.
And the Beefs have been scoring all the points. Other
Yeah.
than the opening kickoff in the
St.
second
Clair's
half.
like arguing that it was no good. The white hat indicated that it was good.
Well, they can argue all they want. There's no instant replay for them to argue.
Yep.
So
39-27.
no, we can see it.
It's okay. It's like umpires. Next
Okay,
year,
I saw it go past that one and the white dot past that one, so that's good. There it goes. It went
Yep.
behind that other upright. Therefore, it's good. The white hat is correct.
The white hat is correct. You don't hear me say that very often. I tell you, you know what? I tell you, I joke about it. The officials do a
Most
great
coaches
job.
say that would have the same the same thought process.
Hey, if you think you can be an official, if you think you can be a referee, go to join the herd in Ontario because we are looking for referees. No one can play football in Ontario unless we have our zebras out here.
This is very true. And they're
So if you've got
they have
what
a
it
tough
takes,
job.
if you think you know football, take a course. Cameraman Adam up there, he took a course. He could be a linesman.
Well,
I will come out of retirement to see him referee a game. I'm telling you now. I have said that to him before as well. You ref a game, I will guest coach it, and I promise you, you will have to throw me out.
now.
Oh, I promise. I promise.
You promised him that?
Yep.
Did you? Well, he will never do it then.
Well,
Although it might be fun throwing you out.
it would be very fun to try
Yeah,
to throw me out.
absolutely. There's that replay again, and it is good. So the White Hats were correct. So we have an entertaining ball game here. St. Clair Saints taking on the Beefeaters at Citywide Field, home of the London Beefeaters. 39-27, almost 14 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. I'm Chris Lyons handling the play-by-play. Joining me doing the color commentary and a fine job he's doing is Coach Ron Ferwerda. Fun game. It's had everything.
Yeah, we talked about this is 1 versus 4. Let's see how we kind of rank up. I think these are two pretty good football teams.
They are two very good football games. Football teams, not football games.
It's a good game.
Words
with
are
two
hard.
Teams. Yeah.
Words are not supposed to be hard for a play-by-play guy.
They're going that short kick again.
Short kick. And, that was close. He let it bounce one too many times there, but he did fall on it.
You just
Rivard
look
finds
it.
the gap.
When people
Covered by Doug
say,
McKessie.
try to pick it up and make a
First
play,
down,
no.
the Saints at
No.
the 40-yard
Get
Ball
on
on
the ball.
the darn thing.
Get on the darn ball.
Yep.
That's all you're trying to do.
There is a flag down.
So penalty flag down.
That looks like maybe an offside.
Yeah.
Outside of the kicking team, so that would take it 5 yards up. It'll be first down Saints at the 45.
So St. Clair with the ball.
And
Here's
they're going to
something
get
else.
it at their own 45.
Their regular center is
So
actually
reasonable.
back in as well now. So that's something.
The center's back in, yes.
I know
Yes.
self-raise is no place.
And he's a big, solid man in the middle of that line. And obviously experienced. We haven't seen any bad snaps from him.
Taking a shot downfield. He's got his
There
man.
it is. Oh, and he got through that spin move. And that should be a hold, but they're not going to call it. He let go of him just in time. And then out the far side.
Well, that's how you answer.
That's Marcelo Mendez.
That's how you answer it. You had blown coverage there. You're bringing a
Yep.
blitz, and you had cut coverage there. So the two had to come over the top of that. And, man, these guys are athletic.
They are indeed. And that nice little spin move is the corner on that side overran the play. Could have made the tackle, but overran it, spun it back in the inside, just the way the Beefeaters did to them. Not that long ago.
It's funny. The Beefeaters have clawed their way back, clawed their way back, clawed their way back.
And then a big play.
Big play.
Yep.
Boom.
And we have a Beefeater on the field.
Yeah,
Injured player.
that's McFarland. And I think he just got overextended trying to make that play there.
Yeah, he tried for the shoe top tackle and ended up eating a little bit of dirt. So while they tend to McFarland, at least we assume it's McFarland. We can't really see it, but he's from this vantage point, but we assume it's Mr. McFarland because that's right where he was trying to do a shoe top tackle. And he's still down in a little bit of discomfort. Sitting up now. Trainers are still chatting with him. So the Beefeaters need to tighten up a little bit on the big play because that's what's killing them so far today. They've had two big returns on special teams, and now this play here, and they had another one earlier. So it's the big plays that are killing them.
It's the old adage,
It
speed
was small
kills.
ball football. They're right there.
Yeah, it's the old adage: speed kills. There's a few things you can coach. You can teach someone to be faster. You can't teach overall speed.
Right.
I can teach you how to block. You can't teach overall size. I can teach you what to look for. I can't teach you to see it.
That's a good one. I like that one.
I can teach you what to think about football, but I can't teach you to want it. I can't teach size. I can't teach overall speed. I can't teach heart, and I can't teach vision.
Those are all good points. Point after attempt is down and up and good. And over the fence again.
The point is St. Clair's got that speed advantage. Definite speed advantage. They've got 3 or 4 guys that can flat out fly. That are, from what we've seen this year, 3 of the fastest guys.
But on a play
in the
like
league.
that one, he wouldn't have had the speed if the defender had not overrun the route.
Yeah, but again, he's trying.
So he's got to stay within
got
himself.
You got a defense called, and you're going after something, and you got a guy coming over top trying to make a play. He's trying his best to make a play, but unfortunately, just can't quite get there.
Yeah, he's got to stay within himself.
Yeah.
Right. And unfortunately, nice little spin move to the inside, and off he goes.
Teachable learning moments, though. This is still a very young football team. Teachable learning moments. And you're going to play these guys again next time they play each other. It's in St. Clair. I believe that's the last game of the regular season.
Usually seems to work out that way.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how it comes out next time when London has to go on that 2.5-hour bus trip.
Yes. Not a fun trip down the 401.
No, never is.
Never is.
Construction's terrible there.
It's just not a fun highway to drive in the first place. Kickoff is good. Taken deep by the Beefeaters. Oh, looked like he had a little something going there, and then he got creamed in the middle.
It's Fonte on the return. Takes it all the way back out to about the
19-yard line, first down for the Beefeaters.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It
about
really
the
looked like
20
he was
there.
going to get more, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere.
Again, speed kills. And they're just, St. Clair is just so fast. You know, I talked about it, you know, let's see if St. Clair can play a full 4 quarters. The third quarter was definitely for the Beefeaters. St. Clair's kind of taken over this one a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
So did London spend everything they have to get within that
big
striking
plays
range?
and
Yeah.
solid plays. Like that was a solid
Yeah.
kick return coverage by the Saints. 1st and 10, Beefeaters from their own
Fonte's
20.
still in the backfield.
Fonte's still in the backfield. There's the pass outside. He's trying to cut it up into the middle. Makes a man miss. That's a good play.
Michael Downs.
Gain of about 16 on that play.
So again, it's just,
Across the 35
this is
yard
what
line,
we would call like
46,
a
first
Z
down,
tunnel.
Beefeaters.
So it's just a tunnel screen. It's a Z receiver coming flat down the line. He catches that ball. You got one blocker up there because you've motioned your back out there to pull the linebacker over as well. So you got a 4-on-2. So that's a great play design.
And the result is 1st and 10 outside the 35-yard line for the Beefeaters.
Yeah.
Little play action. Oh, Fonte trips over his own feet.
Well,
I think he was trying to make a cut and get outside, and his feet got
pressure
caught up.
coming,
Got him.
and unfortunately, you're right. The turf monster reached out and just kind of grabbed him there.
Yep. Not sure he would have made the corner anyways.
No.
But he wouldn't. It wouldn't be that far back. You know, that's a loss of 8.
Yeah, and again, sometimes a sack isn't the worst play in the world. It's not a great play, but it's better than a turnover or trying to force something that isn't
Yeah,
there.
fair enough. Yep. 2nd and 16 for the Beefeaters.
4-by-1 here.
That's a new look for the Beefeaters. They're airing it out down.
There it is.
There's flag.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%. He got there early on that.
Flag on the play.
87. Downs is the intended receiver.
Stevie Wonder calls
He's got double coverage.
Yeah,
and
but
there's a little push in there.
It's the safety coming over. He got there early.
Yep.
So it's a 15-yard penalty, and it's a
Got a
first
little
down for
handsy.
London. Yeah.
So that'll be a 15-yard penalty and a first down. So can you explain why sometimes the pass interference call is 15 yards and sometimes it's a spot foul?
If it's under 50, if it's a 15-yard penalty in Canada, and the amateur ball, it's a 15-yard PI. It's not a spot foul.
Never a spot foul. Okay.
Okay. In the NFL, in college football, some conferences in college football, it is a spot foul. Not in all conferences in college football.
Okay. All right. So 15 yards. Moves the ball up to the 45-yard line. First down. Beefeaters on the move again. They got a ways to go.
There's that
Back to
power
the run. And the Saints are all over this. I know you got to run the ball to keep them honest, but they are all over this. And that was Fonte on the run this time.
So what they're doing now is they're slow playing their linebackers rather than trying to just crash downhill. They're following the pullers, and the linebackers are flowing with the pullers, and they're not crashing down early. They're waiting for the commit, and then they're just sliding over to outgain them.
So loss of a couple of yards on the play. 2nd and 12 for the Beefeaters now. Fonte still in the backfield. We haven't seen Prosper in a little bit, but Fonte is certainly a capable back. And he stays in the block. The pass is away. He's got it.
Oh, he had it.
He had that.
That's, you know what? That's great coverage by number 4, Davis.
Yeah. Did he get his hand in there
I
at the
think
end
he
to
does
knock
at the
it
very
away?
end here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
looks
he
like
does.
it. Yep.
Third down.
You got to
Good
give
coverage.
credit where credit is due. You know, that's great coverage.
Yep.
And we're going to see the Beefeaters with the punt team come out with 10:55. And we talked about that.
Yeah,
The
they're
now-
running out of possessions.
Now you got to look at possessions.
Yep. I mean, they're down by 3 scores now. So they're back to that point.
Yeah.
And they're not going to get that many more possessions. So they need a turnover, a big play, or whatever in order to close the gap here.
The first thing you got to get is a stop.
Yes.
The first thing you need to do is you need your defense to go out there and do their job.
They
So
need
you
to
need
limit
to get the stop.
this return. And St. Clair has had some pretty good success with their returns. Good
Safe
punt.
rush.
Very
Great
good punt.
Dangerous return, man. Number 10.
Look at him making nothing. Wow. There's a flag.
This is coming back.
This is coming back, right? Yep.
Yeah. So this is coming back. There's a clip at the 50-yard line. So this is going to come back 15 yards from that spot. So you're going to have the ball.
But what a great run by
35-yard line.
Mendez. You think you got him pinned there, and then he just bounces it up, makes one guy miss, and then he takes it outside.
You can't teach speed. You can't teach vision. You
Yeah.
see it.
And he's got both.
Yeah. And that was kind of
Oh.
the point I was trying to make. You know, I can teach you to run a little bit faster. I can't teach overall speed.
Right.
But I can't teach you to see what these guys see.
And the vision
Yeah.
to see those, where people are flowing to and how to, and he makes it seem seamless,
First down at the 35.
as all the great
You know,
returners
that's
do.
that's
So
the thing. Like all the great athletes, when you're looking at them, you go, he hardly looks like he's moving. Like,
Yeah.
like throw some effort into it. He's
No, it's
killing it.
effortless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is the point.
So after the penalty,
Ball's at the 35.
ball's back to the 35, 1st and 10 Saints. Back to the run with Doyle. And he gets very little.
They've done a really good job
That's
of
Richard
really bottling
in there.
that up. There you can see the power play coming across. You have the second puller coming through, and the linebacker shot through and stopped him for a gain of 2.
Yeah, that's Richard in there with another tackle. Again, he's having himself a good game. He's had, this would be his 4th solid game in a row.
Well, he leads the OFC in tackles.
Yeah.
Actually, he leads the CJFL in tackles.
Does he lead all of it in tackles? Wow. I knew he led the OFC. Back to pass.
Getting that out pattern.
Yep. Bounced outside.
Pass is complete.
Couple of them wrap him up, and then number 24, Famous Amos, bounces him outside. But he does pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's that speed out. It's so hard to cover. It's, we've talked about it ad nauseum on many broadcasts. It's the toughest route in football to cover. It's such a basic route, but when it's run to effect, and the quarterback just sticks his foot in the ground and throws the ball, even before the cut's made.
Well, and that's
How do
exactly
you
what they're
defend
doing.
that?
They're throwing to the spot. Doyle taking it out the far side.
Doyle Marshall.
He's going
Gain
to
of
pick up
about
maybe
8.
4 yards on the game,
he's
maybe
got
a little
more
more.
Tripped up.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, yep. There's 5, there's 8 or 9 yards. And they're going to say he must have stepped out of bounds because he's only got 6 on the play.
ball's at the 54-yard line, 7. And what's been
This would be a good one to watch.
Yeah, it feels like football weather tonight.
It's August though.
It's late August.
But still August.
Peyton Harris on the carry.
So there's
Time.
Holding is the call.
Holding,
against the
yeah.
Saints.
There's a flag on the
probably
play.
why it was such a big hole.
Yeah,
Because-
that might explain it.
It was more of a tackle than a hold.
So that's going to back them up 10 yards,
Back it up 10.
and they'll repeat
Second
second
down.
down.
Second down and about 14 now for St. Clair. Again, Chris Lyons on the call. I am the coach, Ron Ferwerda. We thank you very much for joining us here on CJFL TV.
8:37 to go. Second and 13.
Chris, our next broadcast, I believe, is the 20th of September.
I believe it is. It's an afternoon game.
And that's the Hall of Fame game.
That is the Hall of Fame game. So it's always a fun one to do. As the Beefeaters, in their 50th year, they've got some players that
Pass is complete.
Number 17 does a good job of making
Elliott.
Patrick Bigris.
That's Bigris again.
Yeah.
McGraw on the tackle.
Strong hands there.
Gain of short 2 yards. It's going to be third down. Are we going to see number 8 back there to punt,
Yep.
or not?
No,
There'll still be number 8 back there, but whether
Yeah.
he punts or not is up in the air. But
Well,
I would
I think
suspect
it's-
with
I think
8
you spent
minutes to
your bullet
go
on that, though.
and the score the way it is,
Yeah.
that I think they're going to punt.
so the
Timeout
Beefeaters
called
just
by
called.
the Beefeaters.
That's their first time out of the half. Again, you don't want to use those, but you got to make sure that you got the right personnel out there.
Well, that's just it, right? If they don't have the right people out there, then that's not good for them. So it's a well-used timeout, although probably saving it might have bore them better fruit later. But
I'm really impressed with really how both these teams have battled back from adversity at different points of the game. You know, St. Clair, again, the Beefeaters had all the momentum in that third quarter and were marching again. And then one play later, boom, touchdown.
Yep.
And it just seems to have stolen all the momentum away again from that point.
Mendez back to punt. It is away. Oh. Takes it on the one bounce.
54, number 8, we're down there.
Way under turn. Headed the 33-yard line.
Would have liked to have seen him take that in the air.
Hey, don't forget, folks.
Yeah,
We talked about that before. It's a solid 10 or 15 yards that you
15
don't
yards every
get
time.
because
Yeah.
you let it bounce once.
Games starting at 5 o'clock, 5.
Now, it's better than the last time when they let it bounce between the two of them.
Yes.
And it rolled for another 20 yards.
Football in this
So,
province.
in that regard, better. At least he fielded it,
Yeah.
but still. My kid did punt return for a while, and his mother cringed every time he was back there, but I quite enjoyed it.
Every mother cringes when they see their son.
I
back
quite
in punt
enjoyed
return.
it. But, the coach is very adamant. Take it in the air, take it in the air, take it in the air. First and 10, Beefeaters. Back to pass, looking over the middle, and it's
He read it this
intercepted.
time.
Number 28. Oh, my goodness. That's Bahini, and that's a pick six.
Intercepted by number 28.
I don't think he saw him coming at
No,
all.
and again, you're playing that too high shell, and they've seen this pattern a number of times, and you knew it was coming, and Trefonti tried to lead him in there, and the safety recognized it right away and downhill and pick six, and that might be the ball game right there.
Well, I would suggest at 52. So they've just about doubled up their score with 7 minutes to go. So I think that's probably going to seal the deal, but we won't say it's over till it's over.
Yeah. Again, the Beefeaters, they got a long road trip ahead of them next week, going all the way up
Well,
to
they're
the
up to the
Sioux.
Sioux next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a long drive.
That's a long. I don't like driving to Kingston on a bus, and to turn around. There you go.
There's the schedule up there for you. So yes, they're off
So
to
yeah,
see the
our
Cougars.
next home game is the 20th against Quinty. So the Beefeaters have a bye week the following week. So 2 byes in a row, and then the 27th, that Circle that
We're
one.
on the road. Circle that one. We're on the road to the Saints. The point after 10 was good on that.
And then on the 4th,
We end in Ottawa.
in Ottawa. So
Again, a long road. Not as bad as the Sioux, but still long enough.
those are 2 very long road trips coming ahead for the Beefeaters. And again, you make your hay on the road. That's where you guys can really bond as a team as well.
Like this?
So they're going to be on the bus together for a long time. There's going to be a whole lot of bonding.
Don't get me wrong.
A lot of bonding going on.
And again, it's a tough week to do it because let's recognize a lot of these kids are in college, and they have to start school on Tuesday. College and university starts on Tuesday,
Right.
so now you have the balancing act of you need to be a full-time student as well as a football player. So it's not an easy trip anytime.
No. Well, the Sioux was never an easy trip
No.
for anybody at any point in time. However, when people don't think of that with these guys because they're not in university,
Yeah.
right? But they are in college, and they may be working.
Yeah.
Right. If they're not in college, they may be working.
They may be both too.
They could be doing both. There's the kickoff taken by Fonte.
Fonte's really pulling some double duty.
Yeah,
in the
he's
second
doing
half
a
here.
lot of duties today, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he's good return there. Going to mark him down about the 25, it looks like. Just outside the 25, 26. So a solid return there by Fonte. 1st and 10 Beefeaters from their own 26. And they need to do something here.
Yeah,
This
you're
is-
back to
this
that.
is-
You're back to that 4 score.
Yeah,
you know.
you got to do something. Because otherwise you're just telling St. Clair that you've got the ball game, and they certainly don't want to do that. Because these are the 2 top teams in the OFC. The Saints are the top team in the CJFL, so they're the top team in the country.
And I think we've got a new quarterback in as well.
Yes, we do. Oh,
You're trying to rush that,
I have in my hand the.
and unfortunately, again, it's just you got to slow it down. You got to follow the process there.
yeah.
And he's also, I believe he's a right-handed quarterback on that.
Yeah, that actually isn't that easy a pass to make. It's
No,
short enough,
It's not.
but everything's flowing away from you, and you've got to put that in exactly the right spot. So if your first pass of the game at this point, maybe not the play call I would have called.
So it's 3-by-2, 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary.
2nd and 10. Low snap, fumbled, and then fallen on by the Beefeaters. So at least they'll get an opportunity to punt it away. Oh, they're going to, well, they're going to say it's down.
Yeah, he was down.
Yeah. And we have an injured player on the field, and that is the backup quarterback who just came in.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see there.
No, it's not.
So the Cougars started the year on fire with a big win, and then a couple weeks ago they got absolutely boat raced by Hamilton. That Hamilton team, they keep adding a player here and there, and they're getting better and better, and that's going to be a player at the end of the season. Yeah.
Well, they played us tough in the opener.
Yeah.
Played us very tough in the opener.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if they can manage to maintain that or sustain that, perhaps is a better word.
Yeah.
And
we
at
saw.
what point are you're done adding players? Like, is there a
I believe this
now
week
is it?
cutoff.
So
So
your roster is set after this weekend or at this weekend?
I believe it's this weekend. Yes.
Okay. So they're done now, adding players or doing whatever moves they want to make or can make. The trainers are out helping him to his feet, and he's not putting a whole lot of weight on some weight, but not a whole lot of weight.
Well, it's not. It's definitely not what you want to see. It's definitely not what you want to see in that. But it's
Do
good
they
to
carry three quarterbacks?
Yeah, they do.
They do have three
Yeah,
quarterbacks?
they do
Okay,
have
so-
3. Balthasar would be the 3rd.
Okay. All right. All right. So he's taking his time getting off the field.
So
A little bit of distress.
He's going to give up the deuce here.
And Rivard will be back deep in punt formation, but we presume that he's going to just saunter his way into the end zone and give up 2.
Yeah. 6:17 left. This should make it 55-27. It does not feel like a 4-score game.
There's been so much stuff going on, both teams,
Yeah.
good and bad. But it is a 4-score game
Yeah, and
with 6:09 left to go.
Yeah, and that's what can happen. Like when you get positive momentum going into just one play after another.
Well, and it's been fits and starts both ways,
Yes.
right? Like most of the third quarter belonged to the Beefeaters,
And
other
the
than
entire-
the opening kickoff.
Yeah, and the entire fourth quarter has belonged
It's been
to the
St.
Saints.
Clair.
Yeah.
So after the safety, St. Clair's just going to take the ball on their own 35. So it'll be 1st and 10 Saints from their own 35, 6:09 left to play in the ball game. And the Beefeaters need to get a stop here so they can get some momentum going, steal some of that momentum back from St. Clair.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're running the same formation
It's been that 3-by-2 all
Yep.
game.
all game. They haven't changed that at all. And I guess you scored 55 points. Why would you change it?
Well,
It's working.
it's the old analogy: if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
It's another old
Exactly.
analogy, Simon.
And there's interesting little conversation going on between teams
Well,
as we get set here. I think
one of the Beefeaters had to just come out, so I don't know if it was
Yeah.
equipment or if it was blood or what. So
there's a little mix-up in the handoff, but he breaks the tackle deep.
Number
There's a
18.
flag on the play, and he made something out of nothing there. The Beefeaters had him stone cold in the backfield.
So they're trying to that. It's that jet motion, but it's almost like a counter off that. So they're trying to get it and reverse motion to the other side of the field to try to get the over pursuit of that.
Irotere was the ball carrier on there. We'll see what the flag is.
Unnecessary roughness
Chop block.
Chop block called.
against
So explain for the folks at home who may not know
Cannot
this.
engage below the waist if someone else engaged with you.
Right.
So you
Okay.
can't high-low them, basically.
Right.
We'll take it back 15 from the end of the play.
So that's a 15-yard penalty.
Yes.
So that backs him up considerably,
And it's a down.
and the down counts,
Yes.
which is doubly hurtful then,
Yes, exactly.
because now
So
it's instead of first and
now it's
and-
2nd and 25.
yeah, that doesn't look like 25. So they gave him the play, and back 15 yards from
Yeah.
the end of the play.
Inside handoff.
Kept it to the ground, which is interesting. Although maybe they're just trying to run the clock now.
So number 22 was in there for as the ball carrier for
That's
St.
Peyton
Clair.
Harris.
Yeah.
And it's 3rd and 11 now. So St. Clair has just decided they're going to run as much of the clock off as they can.
Well, that's
And
at
why
this
not?
point,
I mean-
like you're up
4 scores.
you're up 4 scores.
Yeah.
Um,
Their mind is, let's get out of here. Take the win. Let's get out of here. And
well, and that's, at
Get
the
on
end
with
of the day, they don't ask you by how many, they ask you how many.
right.
And St. Clair is going to go to 4-0, and the Beefeaters are going to drop to 3-1 and have a daunting road schedule ahead of them, with 3 of their last 4
On the road. Yes.
Again, our next home broadcast will be September 20th here from Citywide. Hall of Fame game versus the Quinty Skyhawks.
With the Quinty Skyhawks. And there's the punt.
Great punt.
Yeah, very nice. Good spiral on it.
Turned it over.
That's a hold.
Hold right there.
Going to come back, though.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
hold.
we call them when you do it.
Brought down by Peyton
Yep.
Harris.
So
There is
This
the
is
flag on the
JoJo Tepperman. He's got him hooked here.
Yeah, Voyer on the return. Had a nice return going.
It was that right there.
Until that little hold.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually that little a hold. It was fairly
They're gonna call it,
blatant.
anytime you get outside the cylinder and you see the shoulder pads kind of jack up,
Yep.
they're going to call that 100 times out of 100.
And both officials on this side called it.
Holding is a call
Oh,
against
yeah.
Beefeaters.
And he threw the spot flag, so it's going to go back 10 yards from that point. So they're going to have the ball at the 39-yard line, first down for London.
So that's about a 20-yard penalty, basically.
Yep.
Right.
Beefeaters will start it with
So
the-
it's
with the
unfortunate.
40-yard line.
4:56 left to go in the ball game. 55-27, Saints lead. Beefeaters with the ball. Fonte is still in the backfield at the running back position.
And his brother Fonte is back in at quarterback after the injury to the backup. And Fonte, the running back, gets caught right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a little short.
That's the double.
There's still a red spot flag on the field.
Yep.
Then an all-Catholic battle was SDA against Mother Teresa. Finishing off with the public board with Banting versus South.
Did not get back to the line of scrimmage. Lost a yard and a half on it, so it's going to
Yeah.
be 2nd and 11.
A really good matchup from last year. So 3 really good games. It's Laurier gets Sab at 5, SDA Mother Teresa after them, and Banting and South are the third game.
Clock
Second
is
and
running.
long.
Yep.
For the Beefeaters.
Supporting high school football.
4 minutes left on the clock.
That's Balthasar in at quarterback now.
Another low snap. And he outruns the defensive player. I thought he had him in the backfield. He made him miss. Made him miss. Good play.
Brought down by Chris Rivero.
Recognized the pressure.
So again, you can see that the Beefeaters are rolling in some of their other players now.
Yep.
You know,
That'll bring up
at this point, the surrender flag is basically up. And we see the punt unit coming on. This has been a very, very good football game. It's not the result that the Beefeaters were hoping for. Obviously, a 4-score loss. But like I said, this felt like this feels like more like a 2-score game. And you take away those 2 big special team plays early in the game, the onside kick recovery, start the second half, the
Yep.
other one,
Yep.
and there's your 2 scores.
Well, and then a pick 6 as well.
Yep.
So they've got 3 that way. What
Guard
a
with a
great punt. And Voyer holding outside the 5 so he doesn't get that call.
Good coverage
Beefeaters.
downfield that
Good
time.
coverage.
Elliott
Ball
on the
pops
return.
out at the end, but they're going to call him down.
He was
Yeah.
clearly down.
Yes, he was.
Gets it out
See,
to
we're not that
about the 40
completely homers. We call it as I see it.
43-yard line. 2:57
So
left.
3-minute warning here, Chris.
Ready for the old
Saints are
3-minute
going to
warning.
have the
3-minute
ball
warning,
here.
and it's first down Beefeaters.
Oh, that's generous.
Okay, they couldn't call that right at the 3-minute, obviously, because the ball was still in the air.
Right.
However, lots of times the 3-minute warning is not called anywhere near the 3 minutes.
No,
Why?
because it's a continuation of the play until the referee stops the clock. If the ball is snapped at 3:01, you get a whole play with pre-3-minute warning timing rules in effect. The final 3 minutes, every first down, clock stops.
Okay, but I'm sure I've seen it, the ball snapped after the 3 minutes, and they run that play.
After the 3 minutes, yes.
But the
it's
3
when
minute
it's-
came
But
before the
it's when
snap.
it's when the clock is blowing in.
Okay,
So if the clock is blowing in at 3:01, it is not a 3-minute warning until after that play. So if the play takes 25 seconds,
okay,
you're at 2:35. That's
Okay,
the
Williams
3-minute
on the
warning.
carry.
okay. I just find it interesting. Again, as a football fan, I do watch the NFL.
Yeah.
In the NFL, it doesn't matter. 2 minutes,
Yeah,
you're done.
it's
Stop.
not a hard deadline because the timing changes in
Okay,
the
so
final 3
why
minutes.
is it that way in Canadian ball versus the way the Americans do it?
Same reason our field is bigger and our ball is bigger. There's differences to the game.
I'm just wondering if there's a thought process behind it, or if you know what the thought process. What a great catch down the sideline!
This-
Wow,
Complete
This
to
quarterback is
Shallow.
really,
that's
really
Jaden
good.
Shallow, number 85.
Yeah.
What a great catch!
high points it. It just puts it up there. And again, it's just an abundance of riches at the receiver position.
They
just like
certainly do.
Clair.
I mean, the coverage was there.
Yeah.
He had great coverage. It was right there. If that ball's thrown anywhere else, he's not catching that.
No.
Look at that, right down the sideline. Coverage is right there. Great catch.
Yeah. And it's just like, it's one of those, like, what else?
There's
As
nothing
a
else
DB.
that the defender could have done.
No.
That's just a great play by that receiver, by Shallow.
Yeah. Back
Right
to
back
pass,
to
taking
it.
a
Right
shot
back to it. He's
downfield,
got him on the run.
touchdown.
Laid it right in there for him.
Yep.
Touchdown, St. Clair
All the way to
Saints.
St. Clair. Touchdown. From the
That's Jaden Shallow again.
Yeah.
Give him the reward for making that great catch down the sidelines. Give him right back to him. And he hit him right in stride.
Yeah, it was a,
Well, now they're just being mean.
well, you coach your players to play.
You do. Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
some teams roll their bench, some in certain games, some teams don't. And that's
Yep.
these two teams will play each other again.
Yeah, they will. And
Probably,
all of this will be remembered.
probably twice.
Point after attempt is good. Another one outside the fence as he goes to somebody will have to go hop the fence yet again and bring that back in. So 1:55 to play, 61-27 now for the Saints. And I find it interesting. I find it Windsor as a whole go by the theory of they don't roll their bench.
Well, they have. That's
A little bit,
that's the thing.
but not.
No. But in other games, in the second half, you saw Obilovich in that quarterback, the Oakville quarterback, who played for the Oakville Titans. So I
Okay,
believe
but their starter is in still.
Yep.
At receivers, at quarterback.
Yep.
Doyle's still in the game.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, you're up 55-27 with 2 minutes to go.
Yep.
You've won this game. Why not let some of those other players in?
Oh,
And then they go and they show two big plays down the sideline and score a touchdown. It's
Yep.
like that to me is typical Windsor.
But this is why there's hard feelings in games like this.
Right.
This
Exactly.
Is
It's
100%.
Yes.
And like I said, these two teams will play each other again, and the regular season never seems to matter because it's always the playoffs. And we've seen with 93 seconds left in a game,
Yes.
London pull it out in an absolute miracle that to this day Windsor can't stand you bringing up. So
Taking it one hop on the return out to the 30-yard line. So it'll be first down Beefeaters from their own 30 after the kickoff return. And we'll see what last gasp stuff the Beefeaters have in store here. See if they can get just a little something back here. I would like to see them go back to the slant passes and on the inside. They keep trying to do those screens on the outside and the little down outs, which we talked about how hard they are to cover. But I'd like to see them, because you can't usually break those, right? If it's defended properly, right, you're going to get tackled right away. All right.
But you don't.
I don't want my quarterback taking a hit now.
Your quarterback in right now isn't that guy. He's that guy.
Right.
He's the RPO, pull it, let's run.
Right.
That's what he is. And you play and you call the game to the strength of your players. And
gain of 4 on that. Maybe 5. It's a long 5. Second and a long 5.
3 to the field, 2 to the boundary, being the standard formation tonight for the Beefeaters.
Seems to be the standard formation for both teams. Low snap, picked up, gets the ball away, complete. And up the middle he goes. Close to midfield, going to be a couple of yards short, but that's going to move the sticks.
You got your wish there,
I did
Chris.
indeed. I did indeed.
Nice little skinny post on there.
Yep.
Right over the 53-yard line. You can put her down.
And he's not feeling very well after that tackle. Oh, no, he's all right.
Fine.
Yeah,
There
he's
is a flag.
little gimpy getting off there, but he's running off under his own power. So
1:15 left in the ball game.
And the Beefeaters are on the move.
Holding after yards gained.
Oh, so again, that's another flag we missed.
So it will be first
So it's
down.
holding after
Back in
yards
33
gained
yard line.
from the Beefeaters, so they'll take it back 10 yards. It is still going to be first down.
Or 30.
You know, Chris, like we talked about our first broadcast, you being the PA announcer at John Paul with an umbrella.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
Coach Rosselli back in the day and Vuvalitis were there.
Yes. Yep. And I went to school with John Vovalitis.
Yeah.
Yeah, he and I went to Central together.
I went to Central too.
14, second down.
Did you not know that?
I did not know that.
I went to
No.
Central as well.
Oh, well, yeah, but you're a little younger than me.
You know, at the next broadcast, I should bring in my Golden Ghost jersey.
Oh, please do.
Yeah.
You still have that? Does it fit?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No,
all right,
heavens
all right.
no. I still have it.
You kept it.
It's more of a sports bra at this point.
Well,
than
there you
anything.
go. There you go. Yeah.
I'm not even sure I can get it over
I
my
didn't play
shoulders.
football in high school. I was big enough, fast enough. Apparently, some people thought I was smart enough, but nobody came to me and said, "Hey, you should play football." So I didn't. I played water polo, and there's a quick pass outside, well defensed by number 3, Brandon Vecchio, with the tackle in the backfield. That's going to bring up third down. No gain on the play.
By Vecchio,
Well, they're going to give him half a yard.
third down.
So John Volitas was the captain and quarterback of our 0-6 football team.
That's quite a coincidence because my junior team was 0-6 as well.
Yes, I think there was a lot of that going on
Yes,
at Central.
There was. Hence why they don't have a team anymore.
Yeah. Oh, do they not?
No.
Oh, I didn't know
No,
that.
they haven't had it.
What, when
haven't had
John
one.
quit coaching, they said, okay, enough?
Yeah.
Wow. Really? I did not know that. That's unfortunate.
But I think they're trying to get it back this year.
Okay. Well, they
So-
must have had one after, because I used to do the Red Feather
Yep.
games, or the United Way games,
Yep.
and Central was always there.
Yeah. My coaches back in the day were Mr. Renchez and Mr. Cunningham.
Wrench. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yep. I know. I remember them well.
Yep. There are junior coaches, Charlie
Yep.
Cunningham and
Yep.
Mr. Renchez. Mr. Renchez was my math teacher.
Cunningham was a French teacher.
Yeah, and Mr. Cunningham tried to capture me and keep me in his French immersion class for one period, and I escaped.
Good for you, sir. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Oh no, because it was like he's like, I'm gonna put you in a French class for one class. I'm like, no, you're not. And he tried, and he did it. Actually, my buddy Danny, who was our center at the time, and I'm a lowly defensive back in the day, and a kicker. Yes, I was a kicker back then.
There
too.
you go.
Speaking of kicker, Braden Rivard,
Rivard is back to
great
punt.
punt.
Another good punt.
He's had a great night punting
He
the
has.
ball.
He has indeed. And Elliott on the return, and he gets the corner.
Look, another one.
And the Beefeaters finally bring him down with 4 seconds left on the clock.
Elliott on the return, tackled by number 91, Noah
No,
Williams.
Williams with
on
the
tackle.
finally hauls him
That's-
down.
That's not the guy you want tackling.
No,
Your
no,
guy
not
there.
really.
There's
Yeah.
a little bit of a size disparity.
That's
on that
hustle on Williams'
4
part.
seconds left.
one. I think it's the fact that he couldn't get downfield. He just kind of
He
ran
just
sideways.
went that size.
Yeah,
It's entirely possible.
I'm just kidding, Noah. You know what?
Noah-
Fantastic athlete.
He is. He's a big guy,
Yeah.
but he's very athletic, and I have no doubt that he hustled his butt out there to make that tackle. And in the victory formation, take the
Clair
knee, and
takes
that
the
is
knee.
the end of the ball game. The St. Clair Saints take it 62-27 in what was actually a very entertaining ball game.
Yeah, you know, it got away from them late, but they made a great comeback attempt in the in the third quarter, and had all the momentum in the world going their way.
I think the Beefeaters learned that they can play with them.
Well, and that's the thing. You know, like you always have learning moments and teachable moments in a game like this. The teachable moment is we're not that far off. We're not there yet,
Right.
but this is the defense,
But they
a
can see.
very good defense
Yep.
that this year had given up 1 point.
Had
given up 1 point this year. Back-to-back shutouts against Ottawa. And that's a really, really good football team there. And I think we found out that's a pretty good London team as well.
Right.
They got some work to do.
Yep, there's definitely some work to do. And so, as we said, the St. Clair Saints take this one 62-27. These two teams will see each other again. Next week, the Beefeaters are on the road all the way up to the Sioux to take on the Cougars. And then we are back here on September 20th, an afternoon game for the 50th anniversary team as they have their Hall of Fame game on the 20th. So, signing off. Thank you for joining us so much. I'm Chris Lyons doing the play-by-play, joined by Ron Ferwarda doing the color commentary. Have a great long weekend, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.